And then God created Garrett and Steve. And God saw that it was good.
Welcome back, everyone.
I hope you had a great weekend. We sure did.
So what'd you do this weekend?
I punched my oven and made it not work.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How do you punch an oven and make it not work? Did you punch the touchscreen part or the digital display? Was it not working? Is that why you punched it?
Always not working.
Isn't that a new oven you bought?
Yeah, that's why it's so frustrating. It's punchably frustrating.
Well, at least you didn't have like any big events happening this weekend.
You
didn't need the oven.
It was right before. It was the night before my son's birthday party, and Caitlin was baking a spread of treats for said party.
Another hand cake?
Another hand cake.
Wow.
Cupcakes, and some other various treats.
Sweet.
See, what had happened was I shorted out the whole kitchen because I had too much stuff on.
Again.
I forgot to turn on the AC in there. And when I have that on, plus the microwave, plus everything else, it short circuits my crappy electricity, which we probably have to get looked at. Because I don't think that's normal that you turn a bunch of stuff on in your house and a circuit breaker trips and turns.
That happens to me.
Oh, it does?
If I have the living room AC on and then someone turns on the toaster in the kitchen, boom, that circuit's out.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I have that AC in that room on and I put the microwave on, let's say at 10 p.m. because I have feeling a little peckish and I want some popcorn. About a minute into the popcorn pop, like right before it starts popping.
Yeah, it lets you start your activity and think everything's okay.
Totally.
It would almost be like a Pavlov dog kind of thing where if once you hit the toaster down, the thing went off. Like you would think about it because you hit the toaster and then walk away and then 30 seconds later it turns off. You have no relation to the problem.
I didn't even walk away. I was in here eagerly awaiting my popcorn. And the lights and everything just turn off, and I go, fuck! For, by the way, the 100th time. It's not like this is the 5th or 6th time this has happened. I've probably done this 500,000 times. You think by now I would remember, but I don't know. It's just like this memory block where I'm like, I don't associate using the microwave with using the air conditioner in the other room. So I'm like, well, why would I have to, these things aren't related. So I'm just going to use the microwave. But then it shuts everything off and so I have to go over here, reset the circuit breaker, turn the air back. Well, leave the air off.
That's the thing too. Yeah. Cause like when you go to flick it back on, you have to make sure like you have to flick it on and quickly turn the AC off because the microwave is going to come on and do it again.
Yeah. I have to scoot into the bedroom and turn that off, the AC off, and then come back out and start up my popcorn again. So that happened. And then I restart everything. I have my popcorn running from scratch again. And the oven.
Oh, God. You had microwave popcorn that got like 30 seconds of pop?
Yep.
There's no way to save it.
It actually, the popcorn ended up being okay.
Oh, all right. Wow.
I think it was right before it really started popping. So most of them weren't ready to.
I figured it would just like kind of make them like shittier pops.
Some of them were rocks. But a lot of them worked out. Most of them, actually. But while the popcorn was popping, I saw that because of everything in the kitchen being completely turned off, that the time on the oven did not match the time on the microwave. And I had people coming to this house the next day. So I'm like,
that'd be embarrassing.
I don't want to have a crackhead stove where it's just like blinking the wrong time all fucking day. That is junkie behavior.
Does your microwave have like Wi-Fi that it gets the time?
It usually does. Like I have to reset both of them. But for some reason, the microwave was fine. And only the stove needed to be reset, which was weird. That never happens.
Yeah.
It was it was very odd. So I'm now trying to set it So the stove.
Impossible. It's impossible to set clocks on stoves. I can't even imagine a digital. I guess they all have to be digital with a clock. But yeah, whenever you try to set the time, it's always like some hidden button or a recess button or something you have to hit with a paper clip.
I know how to do it perfectly.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is, and it may just be due to my fat wop sausage fingers covered in grease all the time, but it's like this very sleek touchscreen that the buttons don't rise up at all. Everything's flat. So you press stuff and sometimes just nothing happens. So let's say
I could guessing where the punch came in.
Let's say now my popcorn's going off and I'm looking at the time and I go, okay, well, as soon as it changes over to the next minute, I'm going to lock in this time.
Wow,
and
you're accurate.
Perfectly synced. So I go to do that and I'm pressing the button to reset the time. It clicks and then starts blinking. So I'm like, all right. And I go to type the time in and it was like 9:30 at night. So I get the 9 in and the 3 and I'm pressing 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and it won't come up. So I start losing my mind because I'm like, come on, I just need one more fucking number. Why do we stop on the second? Why do we have to stop on the second number? Doesn't work. Time changes and I'm like, fuck, now I got to restart all over again. So I reset it. Go to
you
type
just
in
try
the
to
time.
go to 933.
I couldn't get anything in. So I'm like, I just have to like reset this whole thing because the touch screen's just not working. So I reset the whole thing and I start all over again. And now this time I'm like rushing because I don't want the minute to change while I'm still futzing around. So I start I'm pressing it and it just won't fucking, this time it won't even load up the change the time options. Like now I can't even get that far. Like the thing just keeps freezing on me. And another minute passes and I go, fuck!
Like there's no way even to back out. It just freezes.
It doesn't matter what I press. I just have to now stand there and wait for a moment. I don't know how long the moment is, but I have to stand there and wait until I can then click the buttons on the oven again and try to set the time. Now my popcorn, by the way, has been done for minutes because the longer this is going on, the more infuriated I'm getting. And Caitlin keeps popping in and out of the kitchen because she's doing a million things to get ready for the party. And she's like, is everything okay? And I'm just like, yeah, everything's fine. She comes in again because, again, now I'm just standing there with my popcorn done. I'm just standing in the kitchen for no reason. And she's like, you sure everything's all right? And I'm like, yeah, everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. She's like, all right.
No problem at all. Yeah, why?
Whatever. Yeah, I'm just standing around the kitchen.
Enjoying the popcorn smell.
Yeah. Just taking it all in. I like the non-buttered smell of popcorn.
Oh, it was not buttered popcorn?
Don't worry, I covered it in shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I made it nice and tasty and completely unhealthy.
You wouldn't want it with a little butter flavor too, though?
I've covered it in Japanese barbecue sauce, so it didn't need butter flavor. So the fourth time I get the process started on changing the time on the oven. Again, this is now taken 5 minutes.
For some reason, I have to keep looking at the oven like it's going to have a rebuttal or something.
It's his own fault. He doesn't know what he's fucking doing.
His fingers were hitting 3 buttons at the same time.
Look at his hands. He's a fat idiot. So anywho, after now the fourth time where the same thing happens over and over again, where I get the time set, things start blinking, and I'm like, okay, let me type some numbers in. And I'll get maybe one number, and then it just freezes and nothing. And then the time changes over and I need a new fucking number anyway. So the fourth time this happened, I'm pressing the button, nothing's happening. So I just, the finger presses start just turning into fists. And I'm now just going bam, 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 wailing on this fucking screen.
Did Caitlin walk in then?
Well, she didn't walk in. I walked into the living room with my hands like this, and I said, I think I just broke the oven. Because it was still frozen from my last round of button mashing. So I was like, well, wait, what if I just try to like put the oven on? And nothing was working. Oh, and if you go over there, you can check it out. In the center where the numbers are, it is very much dented in. Yeah, take a peek at that and see if you can see it.
I can see it from here. And you have to get up. The light reflects off the divot right below the numbers. You can see a wave in the metal or whatever it is.
This piece of shit fucking thing. So I immediately, like, I lost my temper, you could say.
Maybe.
And I'm fucking wailing on this thing. But I kind of immediately, I only threw, let's say, 4 or 5 punches at it. Maybe 3 or 4. Because immediately I felt the metal buckling under my fist. I was just like, even as enraged as I was like, oh, that's not good. And then I'm trying, so now I'm just, forget the time. I'm just trying to turn this fucking thing on because it is now immediately occurring to me, Caitlin's supposed to bake a ton of shit tonight. And God. I think I just broke the oven. So I couldn't get it to turn on. I couldn't get it to do anything. So I just walk into the living room like this, like just rubbing my forehead, going like, ah. And she's like, what's up? Because again, she's busy doing a million things. And she's like, what's up? Did you, and she goes, did you punch the oven?
She said that?
Or no, she said, were you punching something in there?
Like it's an everyday occurrence.
It's not an everyday occurrence, but I think if you just hear banging, you know, like, oh, my husband is clearly punching. If
I made banging in the kitchen and then walked out to my wife, she wouldn't go, oh, were you punching something in there? She wouldn't assume that at all.
Why not? You never broken an appliance because it wasn't, agreeing with you? You're not a gorilla?
So. I don't think so, yeah. I don't think I would ever just hurt myself for no reason.
I was raised around the block from the Staten Island Zoo. Some would say in the Staten Island Zoo, in the gorilla enclosure. Yeah, I tell her, I'm just like, I think I just broke the oven. And God. She was like, that's really not fucking good. Are you kidding me? And I was like, no, I'm not. I swear to God, I think I just fucking broke it. Now I sound like a crazy person because I was like, well, I was trying to set the time and I couldn't get the time to work. So I just punched it. Now it doesn't work anymore.
Because the time had to be set. We have people coming over. What if the times are different?
What will they think? They'll think we're some kind of fucking heroin addicted junkie family who can't set the times. And then you have clocks in their house. They'll think we're crazy people.
What you should have done is just change the time of all the clocks in the house to different times. And you're like, no, that's our gig. That's our joke between each other. We never know what time it is.
I should have. But then when something else in this house didn't cooperate with my meaty hands and me pounding on the buttons, I would have broken that too. So that it's safe to just punch the oven that just...
I can't believe how big the dent is.
I for sure lost my temper. It was a long day. We were doing so much stuff.
It's like the perfect width of a middle finger knuckle.
I was literally, from Kill Bill, the 1-inch punch. I went from just pressing the buttons. I was just like punch, 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 punch.
Are the buttons even there? Or you just took it out in the middle of
the buttons? Yeah, I took it out in the middle. But the buttons are right next to where I punched.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I just, it was the center. I was aiming center mass, trying for maximum kill. So I tell her that I broke the oven. She comes in here and she takes a deep breath and then presses the set the clock button.
Yeah.
Presses it once, puts in the time, sets it, works perfectly. And I was just like, huh, how'd you do that? She was like, I just typed it in. This isn't complicated. And I was like, well, it wouldn't fucking work for me. Like, I'm still being tough. Like the oven, I'm looking at the oven like, but it worked for me. And maybe it should have, and it wouldn't gotten beaten so bad.
Are you guys in this together?
You in the oven fucking? So, but I'm like, the thing that really made me panic wasn't the time. It was that when I was trying to set it to bake, it fucking wouldn't work at all. So I was like, so I'm just now over her shoulder, like, all right, try to put it on. And she's like, what? I'm like, try to put it on. I couldn't get it to work. And she's like, oh my God. And she's like, well, what if I turn it on? I can't get it to turn off. This is why we have this new oven in the first place. Because the last one, the knob broke off on one of the burners. And we just had a flaming oven, a flaming stovetop for a fucking half a night. That's why we have this new oven that stinks. So yeah, she puts it on and it works. And I'm like, whew.
So you fixed the oven.
I fixed it, basically.
Congratulations. Way to go.
Thank you.
Did she thank you for fixing the oven?
Yeah, she did.
Okay, good.
She said, thank you so much. I was really worried I wouldn't be able to slave away until 3 o'clock in the morning baking for Charlie's party tomorrow. Thank you for fixing the oven that you yourself tried to smash through a wall.
Wow.
I haven't temper punched something in probably not that long. It feels like a long time.
Garage justice kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I guess it hasn't been that long. Yeah. No, but I felt so silly. I haven't felt that silly since like the last time I punched a hole in a wall. But that was years ago. That wasn't even close to now times.
Charlie better not get his like multiplication tables wrong like a few times in a row.
Yeah. I'm going to show him the dent in the oven. I'm going to be like, that's going to be your fucking head. You better smarten up, kid. No, I could never.
Yeah, obviously. Oh my God.
He's my little sweet boy.
But it worked out?
Yeah, it actually still works completely fine from what I understand. Yeah. I haven't touched it since.
The time it's a minute off, but it's close.
It's a minute off.
I mean, this says 8:18, and this is hooked up to Wi-Fi internet time. And that says 8:17. So it's not that bad, you know.
People are going to think what kind of fucking drug addict I am. I got the wrong time on my clock. I got to fix that now.
Hold on. Oh, now they're all the same.
Oh, good. Yeah, thank God.
It's all back together.
Thank God.
Because Caitlin probably, when she was putting in the time, didn't even wait for the clock to tick over to the minute.
No, she just looked at the clock and saw what time it was and then put that in. And I almost said to her, like, well, it's going to be wrong. It's going to be kind of off. Oh my God. I withheld because I recognized in the moment, like, just don't say anything. This is all your own fault. Maybe if you didn't have the temperament of a fucking chimpanzee, you wouldn't be in this situation right now.
So many times. Yeah, we just why did I add to it for no reason?
This was the theme of Charlie's party, by the way.
Jaws?
He wore a Jaws shirt, yeah. So it was just sharks, though.
Oh my God, it even has a birthday hat on the shark.
He does. I didn't notice that till just now. Birthday shark. But yeah, the party went great. Everything went swimmingly.
Nice.
How did your weekend go? I have more of my weekend, but I'm talking too much.
My weekend was I went to get an eye appointment on Wednesday, and then Saturday I went to a different eye place and got picked out frames.
Wow.
That was it.
I noticed you're not wearing. Are those the new frames?
No, because it takes like 2 weeks for them to come.
I see.
Yeah, so I had
you're gonna be looking pretty fucking snazzy
weekend, and I got a haircut today, so that was fun.
I was gonna say you look like you got a haircut. Did you have to have a long discussion with your barber about stuff you don't want to talk about?
No, because this time it was like almost every other time, a brand new person in there that I get to sit down, and then like they start cutting my hair, and the boss comes over and is like speaking in, I guess, Hebrew. I think so, and it's
Yiddish.
Maybe,
like
I don't know. He's Jewish, but the guy cutting my hair looked almost like Muslim-y, but that could be Jewish too. So
yeah, the guy that popped my locked car door open looked a little Muslim-y, but he was from Israel.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then, it's fine. It's not like a great haircut, but I never get like oh my God, this is fucking awesome.
You like it nice and tight on the sides and a dikey flip like I do.
Well, he did. I used to do 2 on the side, and then it kind of is like this, too short. So I started telling him 3 on the side. He did 3 on the side. Then the boss comes over and is like, "Scoop Scott. You could do a little shorter here." And I'm just like, what am I going to say? No. So I'm just like, sure.
You have to agree, because what it sounds like with the skibbity skas and the pointing at the others, it sounds like he already got one of your sides shorter than you wanted. And then he was like, "Hey, we'll leave it a little shorter." We were telling him skibbity ska, even it out, you idiot.
But he has like the 3 attachment. You can't go shorter. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Maybe he fucked something up.
I have like a weird cowlick in the front of my hair and a weird one back here, so they always have like a problem keeping my hair not flying all over the place. I don't know. I really don't care, and I'm just like, I wish I could just go in and a robot just cuts my hair and I don't care what, and I'd just leave. And then he starts selling me. Then they have to do the washing your hair after the haircut, which I never get. I guess it's to get the hair out of your head.
I've never had that.
Every time
I've only done the pre-haircut.
Yeah, that's what you usually do. Or no hair washing. I don't know. But after my haircut, they wash my hair. And he's like, look at this. You use shampoo? And I go, no. He goes, oh, yeah? And then he goes, look at this one. And it's some blue fucking thing. And it smells like eucalyptus. And he's like, oh, it smells so good, doesn't it? I'm like, and then he had to spray the same kind of blue stuff, but it was hairspray on my hair. And things like,
Did you
want
buy any?
gel too? Then he wanted to sell it to me at the end.
Well, that's the
whole point.
Yeah, you're supposed to be sitting there. Oh, wow, my hair feels so voluminous.
Yeah, while
that sleek shine.
He was touching it
Look
up.
at that sleek shine over there stealing my bike.
While he was touching it up after the watch, he was like, oh, your hair smells so good now. And I was like, yeah, okay.
What did he put his nose in your head? Take a deep whiff. Oh, your hair smells so good. I want to fuck you. You should buy this shampoo. Did you tell him? I don't even use soap, pal.
I said no to shampoo, but you didn't ask about the soap.
Did you go, fat chance. You have no idea what I do in the shower. I have no idea what I do in the shower. I don't do anything in there.
There's
no
really
soap.
no point for me to take a shower.
I just got water running down my grooves. Nothing else happening.
So, yeah, that was my non-eventful weekend.
Sounds eventful at the barbershop there.
I guess.
How much did that little fiasco, well, not fiasco, excuse me. How much did that experience cost?
$44 with tip.
That's not bad.
Not bad, yeah.
Did he also wash your hair before, or it was just a post-wash?
Post-wash.
I think you usually got to pay extra for a wash.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I know they have like a buzz cut is this amount, but if they use scissors, it's another amount. And then a few times when I was going in there earlier, they were like, you want scissor or buzz? And I'm like, well, like 2 or 3 on the sides. And then don't you have to use a scissor up top? I don't know. Like they were trying to get me to say, no, just scissor so they could charge more.
Just scissor me. Here's what you do. Next time you go in, say, listen, pal, I'll buy some of your eucalyptus shampoo.
Yeah.
I'll buy your whole stock. But I want you to wash and perm my pubes. Me and the lady have a date coming up, and I want permed pubic hair.
I mean, isn't it permed already?
Okay, I just want it washed.
Or I want one tight curl.
Yeah. I want jerry curls. I want it nice and greasy.
Would be nice.
I think they do that over in Eastern Europe. I think they do a lot of pube work.
Definitely for the ladies.
Yeah. Well, they do. I think they wax the ladies and they laser.
But they shape it too. They get a good shape going.
Yeah, triangles.
Clear out the asshole.
Underbrush. Get rid of all that shitty fucking ass pubes. Well, that's an exciting weekend.
Yeah, not really. Sorry.
I had another exciting day. But it was like how punching the stove was exciting.
Oh, I also watched. We'll talk about it later, I guess. But the off-season Giants Hard Knocks.
Oh,
I watched that, so that was good.
We can get into that.
Yeah.
I watched it a week ago, so I might be forgetting a couple things. But so did you know? Because my wife brought this up to me at like 7 a.m. A couple days ago when I was just not feeling great, and I was in a little bit of a cranky mood.
Mm-hmm.
So did you know that they're changing how the kids say the alphabet now?
Yes, I did hear this.
It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
The LMNOP is slowed down.
They're taking out the LMNO because everybody says LMNOP. So they're changing it to like LM and then NO and P. Like the whole cadence is getting switched up. It's the same
melody, but once you get to LMNOP, you're not going to recognize it.
Yeah, and W, X, Y, and Z is also getting slowed down or something. And she explained it to me in that exact way. And my response to her was, "Oh, that's great. Yeah, that'll get all these 10-year-olds to stop chopping their dicks off."
Wow.
And she just goes, "What?" She's like, "I'm just telling you the alphabet." And I was like, "Oh, good. Yeah, Now all these kids' fathers are going to come home now that the alphabet's changed. Great. Yeah, they really know how to focus on the problems that the youth of today is actually having. And she's just like, what are you fucking talking about? I'm just.
Were you on Twitter doom scrolling or something?
No, I just woke up in a bright, cheery mood. No, I woke up early because Charlie woke up early, and I just didn't feel good. I fucking had a lot of diarrhea the night before. I was very dehydrated from the Rhea, and she told, and it just sparked that part of my brain for some reason. Instead of me going, being like a normal human and being like, oh, that's so, I guess it could help. But, I don't know if it's necessary. But, whatever helps the kids remember their ABCs. Instead, my exact response was, oh, good. Now 10-year-olds stop chopping their dicks off.
You have a point a little bit. Like they're kind of overlooking the big problems to focus on the minor problems.
That was my entire point, is that people in charge of like children's curriculums and, things that are supposed to be helping the youth, they focus on the minutia of things that I can't even imagine a world where they matter, instead of real problems that affect a fucking entire society. That was my point, but it's like, who the fuck cares? What the fuck are you doing?
I was just trying to start a conversation.
Just having a little pleasant morning chit chat because she just got out of bed. And we're putting, I think we were going to feed Charlie breakfast or something. I don't know. She's just like, okay, I'll leave you alone. And she asked me like, why are you ultra cranky today? I was just like, I don't feel good.
Diarrhea.
Yes, actually. I have fucking diarrhea. These kids ain't got no dads.
Isn't it so funny though when you catch yourself in these like cranky, even if you like don't say something where you're like, oh my God, I almost just like said something shitty or snotty back for no reason.
No reason.
And it's just like, yeah, you're in the wrong state of mind.
She could have talked to me about literally anything. She could have like brought up a snack. Be like, oh, look, there's a new Reese's peanut butter cup thing. And I'd be like, oh, yeah? Well,
Give it to 10-year-olds so they don't cut the dicks off.
Yeah, you better feed us exactly. You better launch those over the wall in Gaza. Maybe that'll be the beginning of the peace treaty.
But the alphabet song, I kind of agree with what they did. Like you kind of said that though, where
Elemento.
Yeah, like that is dumb to have it like that. It can confuse people, especially if they're just learning the alphabet.
It was the easiest part of the ABC song to remember though, because it wasn't even the letters; it was a noise.
Yes,
it was A B C D blah blah blah, and then Elementary. So I thought it helped. It helped you remember, but apparently it doesn't help, and it makes kids just think there's a chunk of the alphabet that's this noise. There's no letters.
An elemental. Yeah, an elemento.
Elemento. Yeah, well, that'll help the trannies.
My God.
Get them some. By the way, I keep tugging on my brand new tight shirt. Thank you, Dale. This is for my brother. He went to Maine and got me a Lobsters Make Me Happy shirt.
Bahaba?
He also got me another shirt that says Wicked Pissa on it.
Did he go, I guess, vacation there?
Yeah.
Because, that's like him
and his buddies.
The cliche place to vacation in Maine.
What, this place?
Bar Harbor.
Bar
Harbor.
You went to the bar. Yeah, he went hiking and eating lobster and stuff.
Yeah, Arcadia.
But the scam, I thought with Maine, because my dad said it, because he was here over the weekend. He was like, yeah, years and years ago, we drove up there, me and your like cousin's dad, and we bought
his brother?
No, his brother-in-law. My cousin on my mom's side's father, because they like work together. That's why I said it's stupid, because it actually isn't just his brother. I promise. But yeah, he said they went up to Maine years and years ago, like probably 30 years ago at this point, and the lobster was like $1 a pound or something, like super duper cheap.
Oh my God!
So they came back with like buckets of lobster and they just cooked it all or froze it all. But Dale said he went up there and it wasn't cheap
a deal at all.
At fucking all. Everything he said market price. Yeah. It's like, what do you mean market price? This is the market. This is where the market originates. This is where you catch all the fucking lobster. I don't get a little bit of a deal.
No, I've literally gone to places where the lobster boat pulls up at a dock at the restaurant and drops them off, and then you're paying, $26 a lobster or whatever it is. It's like, really, there's no deal at all. You don't even have to freeze it or ship it or any. Yeah.
He said he was buying like $30 lobster plates.
Rolls.
And I'm like,
and stuff. Yeah.
you could get that here.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he said it was good, but I'm like, I don't think it's that bad here,
No.
but it's probably a little, fresher.
I usually, because that's where my wife's from, Maine, so we go up there a lot. And
Big Patriots fan.
She is. And I always have to get a lobster. But usually most of the time I just stick to like other seafood because they have like the pisser clams up there. You ever have those?
No, I've never. I think I remember you vaguely describing them.
Maybe. Like the gooey duck, that big clam that has the thing that
a cock
that protrudes. There's smaller versions of that. And they have.
Are they called pisser clams?
That's what they're called on the menu.
Because I have the gooey duck here. It
looks just like
this thing's got a hammer.
And it has they have a really fragile shell, and they come with butter and a cup of hot water. And you pull the foreskin off the penis of the clam, and you pull that off, and you like get rid of that. And then you dip the clam in the hot water because that brown stuff at the end is dirt in the clam. So you have to get the dirt off. And then
it does look exactly like this?
It looks exactly like that, but, clam sized.
Ugh.
So it just, yeah.
It's disgusting. How do you eat fucking sea cocks?
They taste so good.
Tasty sea cock.
And the penis part's like nice chewy part.
God, I bet.
It's good.
You gotta get it aroused, and it'll be less chewy. Fucking Christ. But it pees?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it does. Like when it's alive, it squirts out the water.
I'm looking up pisser clams. Wild cookies. Fresh Maine steamer clams.
Steamer clams, yeah.
Had a fresh steamer in my mouth once. Oh, there it is. Oh, there God. It actually looks more, the pisser clam looks more like a clam taking a shit. The gooey duck is like clam cock. It looks like a turtle.
Kinda, yeah.
Turd.
Yeah, and I guess it just like pisses and shits out that hole that I eat that I love, and it's so chewy.
You suck on before you swallow.
But yeah, like that. The brown part is like a foreskin, and it easily comes off. And you pull it. There you go.
Oh, that looks disgusting. What the fuck? You eat this shit?
Now you don't eat the black part.
Good. What is it? Is this something? Oh, like scrap in the background?
I don't know what that is.
It looks like one of these chewed up and then spit out.
Like, oh my God.
Looks like somebody was like, why am I eating this? And that just tastes like a clam?
Yeah.
All right. I can see myself eating it, even though I really don't like the phallus. But, I like clams. I'm a big clam fan. People call me the clam man.
All right, clam man.
I just won't buy one. As if to infer, nobody calls you the clam man. You fucking fag.
Stop giving yourself nicknames.
Your wife calls you fag man. Oven puncher. Yeah, maybe if the clams stop chopping their dicks off, we won't have to do the fucking alphabet all over again.
So yeah, your brother's right. Lobsters in Maine are not at a deal at all. Even if you try to go to like the off the beaten path place, it's still the same price. It's just, I don't know. I guess they can't have lobster farms or something and get the price down, or I don't know how it works.
Well, that's kind of a good thing. Although, from what I understand, we're fishing the ocean out of all the fish.
Yeah, that's what I heard Joe Rogan. Was he saying that to Malice?
Yes. He was saying that all the fish
like 95% of the fish are gone.
Yeah, and Malice is like, what?
Yeah,
95% of the fish are all gone.
So much fish below the water.
Yeah, he's like, there's a lot of fish left.
Yeah.
But he meant like big tuna stuff. Like the big game fish that we all eat, swordfish and stuff. Which, that's not good if it's true. But I don't know where he got that info.
Yeah,
I haven't heard that yet. Real quick, just kidding. $10 beer. Bev loves your haircut in the poor chat. I hate it, but she loves it.
Thanks, Bev.
Yeah, thank you, Bev. So we have a couple things to get to today other than lobsters and clams. One thing, well, first and foremost, y'all spoke and we answered. Boom!
Oh, shit.
Edie's got a bed.
Edie's got a bed.
So every time we do the show, I'm going to have to throw that down on the floor from in the attic. When we're done, I got to throw it back up in the attic because there's no fucking room for it elsewhere.
Oh, my God.
She already has a bed in the fucking living room.
You could have just brought that one in here.
Well, I wanted to get a special bed.
It's a nice one.
Because people,
it's like a 5-inch thick pillow.
That's the thing. I know for a fact she loves this bed more than her actual bed.
When you brought it down from the attic, it was like she was reunited with her friend again.
Yes. She loves this bed. I wish we could see her face, but I guess it'll have to just do that we see her at this angle. But Edie girl's got a bed, so she doesn't have to lay half on, half off the carpet whenever Garrett, her fucking boyfriend, is here.
Mm-hmm.
We can just keep her nice and snug as a bug in a bed.
See, Steve and Caitlin don't pet their dog.
That is not true. It's just hard to pet her all the time.
Starved for attention. So when I get there, she's like, finally, someone can touch me. I had an itch on my back. Thank you.
She's got an old, dry, dusty crone pussy. But the problem is kind of that because we're very preoccupied with the babe. But also, most of the attention she gets is from the baby, and it's him trying to kill her. He has this little cart that helps him walk, and he's always going full speed trying to mow her down in it. He rams into her, and she just goes like, ooh. And we tell him, like, Charlie, don't fucking do that. But he doesn't.
As you punch the oven. Charlie, don't do that.
It occurs to me that it's going to be hard to lead by example if my example is very bad. But yeah, he does that. And when she's laying on the couch, he can walk around on the couch too. He'll go over and just start slapping her and poking her in the eye.
Oh, God.
And constantly, like, Charlie, no, stop doing that. No. And it doesn't matter because now we're doing no. And she thinks she's doing something wrong. So we have to figure out an alternate way to impart on him, stop fucking doing that. And you are fine and we love you. But I always try to tell her, like, oh, Edie, you're so good. And I pet her. But she's basically there's a little human running around the apartment torturing her at any given moment of the day. So I think, yeah, when people come over, she's like, oh, thank God, someone who's gonna just pay attention to me. Oh. So that was number one, was to show everyone Edie's bed, since there were people who were concerned. Yes. Number two, board member Beck sent us the nowadays THC infused.
Did he just come in a bottle and send it to us?
It looks like he came in a bottle and sent it to us. It's very white.
Milky white.
It is milky white. It is also an uplifting experience for any occasion. So, yeah, since he's a board member and he sent us a bottle of drugs.
Let's do it.
Let's not do it on YouTube because I don't think we're allowed. There's a weird thing with YouTube. You're not allowed to like drink and stuff, I think.
Really?
Or maybe that's just if you're trying to do like this video is made for kids type deal.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. But the laptop screen's going to hide me pouring it. So this is just simulated.
We're just drinking a guy's cum. That's all.
Yeah, we're just drinking cum. This isn't alcohol or THC infused.
It's definitely not alcohol.
Uplifting drink. It's definitely not alcohol. So we're going to drink this and see if we get really high. It smells like weed. You want to take a whiff?
No, it smells like the white Airhead, the mystery flavor Airhead.
Oh, yeah. I can see that because it is a little citrusy.
Citrus fruity kind of.
I think the Airhead is like lemon.
Oh,
actually, I don't know what the fuck it is. I think it's just goo that's left over from all the other Airheads, and they just mush it into a pile. All right. This here's I think a shot is a dose. So that's about a shot because these are big shot glasses. And here, you pour yours, whatever you're comfortable with. I don't want to overdose you. Salud. To the good guys.
Salud.
This is a shot of jizz.
It's fucking delicious.
Yummy cum?
Oh, would you fake me out?
I did. But now I drank it.
With this,
And now we wait.
a little bit of weed taste at the end, but that was really good.
Very slight.
Yeah. I guess people can order this.
I don't know. I think he just wanted us to try it and let us know what, let him know what we thought. And since he's a member of the board, we oblige. Speaking of which, this week the new names are going to be added. If you want to get on that board, tonight's probably your last night. I want to go tomorrow, but I don't think I can make it there tomorrow, so maybe Wednesday. But tonight might be your last night. If you want to make it on that board, go to patreon.com/Garrett and Steve.
You and 16 other people can get up there, maybe 17.
And you'll be featured on the end at the end of every show.
Mm-hmm.
And when we get a better camera, you'll probably be able to read your name right in the middle of every show. So if that's what you want to do, do it.
Yeah, that annoys me.
You notice my new bobblehead?
Is it new? I was like, was it here? Because I felt like there was a bobblehead or something here last week. And I was like, I would have noticed Eli Manning with a batting glove and Yankee jersey on throwing a football.
You would have.
In Doc Martens. Oof.
Whoops. Sorry for your ears on that one. Yeah, here's Eli in a Yankee jersey with a Dunkin' Donuts thing on the bottom back. I don't think you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. My mom bought me that.
She went to the game and got it for you for free?
She bought it on eBay. And when I asked her why, she just said, no, I thought you'd like it. I was like, I love it.
You're a big bobblehead guy, right?
I love it. I don't understand bobbleheads at all.
No.
I think they're fucking retarded. I don't get it. Like, I don't get why if you wanted like a sports figurine, if you wanted like an action figure of your favorite sports star, why would you want them to have a giant head that just does that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it. What does that do for people? Why is that such a thing?
I'm not sure. Yeah, like maybe you put it on your dashboard so when you're driving it looks like they're dancing or something.
But they're not dancing. It's just their head. Wouldn't I want their body to dance? I'd want everything but their head to move like that. But as for why there's an Eli Manning in a Yankee jersey bobblehead in existence, maybe the box will give us some insight as to why that is. Giants 100th season theme day.
That's right. That's this year.
The New York Football Giants are celebrating their 100th season in 2024. The Giants, who called Yankee Stadium home from 1956 to 1973, played iconic games and created many memorable moments in the house that Ruth built. The Giants won the 1956 NFL championship in their inaugural season in Yankee Stadium.
Wow.
The first of 3 championship games played there. The 1958 NFL championship game, known as the greatest game ever played, featured multiple Hall of Famers and head coach Jim Lee Howell's legendary coaching staff with Vince Lombardi and Tom Landry. Okay.
That's the greatest game ever played. I thought that was like the Ice Bowl or something.
Greatest game ever played, Giants.
Go
the Giants. Frank Gifford, Charlie Connerly, Emlyn Tunnel, Sam Huff, Andy Rubistelli, Rosie Brown, Wyatt Tittle.
Wait, Charlie Connolly was a football player?
Charlie Connerly. Connerly.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the like talking heads on ESPN, like an older guy.
Talking bobblehead?
That I always just thought was like Chris Mortensen or something, but maybe he was a player.
The NFL's most famous names wore Giants boo in the Yankee Stadium. So yeah, Eli is in a Yankee jersey because 100 years ago they played football in Yankee Stadium.
1958 game was the Colts beat the Giants in sudden death overtime. So I guess the game went to overtime and then won. So.
Well, anywho, I just wanted to gloat in front of all the Bobos out there that, Eli's in a Yankee jersey. He's not in a Mets jersey.
Is that from a Yankee game now?
Yes.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Bobo went and got it.
If Bobo wants it, maybe I'll sell it to him.
Ooh.
Although I can't imagine he would pay for a Yankee thing.
Oh, that's a good point. But he's a Giant fan.
I know. That's why he should be really mad and jealous. The Yankees have this, and the Mets have Grimace.
It doesn't look like Eli at all, straight on.
It looks more like Daniel Jones.
Yeah, but from the side, it kind of looks like Eli.
It definitely, the lips do.
Yeah.
The fucking mongoloid jughead that he is.
Well, since we're talking about I watched the offseason Giants thing.
Hard Knocks.
And their GM, Joe Shane,
Yep,
is Phil Dunphy from Modern Family.
Oh, I don't know that show, really.
The, like, lovable loser dad that tells horrible jokes that no one laughs at, but then they go, ha, 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 ha. Anyway.
Yeah.
It is full of his bombs.
Yep.
The whole show. It's they hire their Wink Martindale, I guess, was their defensive coordinator, and he just like quit.
He quit. And I think he had some like sexual harassment thing that popped up.
Oh, is that what happened?
Or there was maybe that wasn't him. I forget what happened with it, but there was a big blowout, and he just like walked out.
So they signed this new guy, Shane Gorgon, or I don't know his last name. So Joe Shane has to call him up, and he's like, "Hey Shane, Joe Shane here. What's going on? Like, we have the same name." And he gives a little chuckle, and then he's like, "Yeah, hey, how's it going?"
Oh, God.
And then they're at like the scouting combine, and one of the scouts from another team comes up to him, and he's like, "What do you think about that quarterback?" And he goes, "We got him rated higher than Patrick Mahomes." And the guy is just like, huh. They give them like the.
Do you have any idea how it feels to watch that show? Immediately start hating that guy.
He's so hateable.
Start hating everything he does, and just go, "How am I going to root for this team?"
I know.
How am I going?
That's what I couldn't believe. That's what I was thinking the whole time. I'm like, because their coach Brian Dable, he's a cool fucking guy. He was telling jokes that were funny and shit. Yeah. At one point, they want to trade for this Ben Burns guy from Panthers, Brian Burns from the Panthers.
Yeah,
and it's
Spider-Man.
At this point, it's like he had said he wants to give up he was like maybe 2 number ones or what. And then later on the combine, he's talking to people about it. And he's like, yeah, maybe we get a 2 and a 1 and get him, and then give up another pick to get this cornerback, this safety, and then I'll play cornerback. And everyone's just like, kill me. Why do we have? You're the GM. You should be making stupid jokes like these. And then the final one that I remember, the final one. That's for you, Joe Shane.
That was my commentary on Joe Shane.
Then the final one was, it's right before the draft, and he's calling up the Patriots to see if they possibly would trade their 3rd pick to the Giants for whatever. And he calls
they didn't.
He calls up the guy. He's like, hey, what's going on? And then Joe Shane's like, Dr. Phil, I got to get on Dr. Phil. The guy's like, what? Yeah, Dr. He's like,
I remember this.
Yeah, Doctor, I got to, because, I've been going through so much. I need like a Dr. Phil to go on and talk to about it. The guy's like, oh, yeah.
It was so fucking awkward.
So awkward.
Because a joke's a home run when the guy you're telling jokes who goes, huh? What? What are you talking about?
I couldn't believe how bad he was. And it's like,
he's
all the
not
other
a likable
people
guy.
Seem cool, except the scouting team, which has one woman on it. She's all like proud in the scouting team. And she has to take the selfie of everybody, and they fuck it up, so she has to take it again.
At one point, I think she's wearing a dress, and she's like, I don't normally dress like this. I'm a cool girl.
I don't even know if it was a dress. It was just a blazer.
It was girl clothes, yeah. It was like a girl pantsuit.
But they all just seemed like they had this scouting group of like 8 people, 7 guys, a girl, and they like go out to dinner after the draft to celebrate. But they all just seem like awkward losers, right?
Dude, it's one of those things where I started watching the show. I was like, oh, what a dream job. I wish I had, done whatever it takes to become a scout, like just work on a football team like this, be a scouter or a GM, even like Shane. And then you watch the show and you're like, these people is this like the most miserable life in the world? Maybe it's just because the cameras are there for Hard Knocks. I give them the benefit of the doubt there, but it seemed like they couldn't communicate like human beings. They were all the most awkward people on the planet, all standing around with their hands in their pockets, like, "Rrr. You see this pop culture thing?" Right? And it's I just imagine all day, every day, they're just like, oh, this weather, right? It's so, first it's hot, then it's not so hot, then it's raining. But that's like every day when they're not talking about who they're trying to draft or who they're trying to trade for or whatever. It's just so, did you see the Barbie movie?
Joe Shane has an assistant GM who's like a 23-year-old black guy with like not an afro, but kind of a curly, tight curl afro thing.
Yep.
And it's like, he looks so young. How does he have any sort of knowledge about football? Or even Joe Shane looks pretty young, but he might be in his like late 40s, early 50s.
Totally.
Yeah. But this guy is like in 26 and he's like assistant GM. And I had no problems with him. He didn't say anything weird, but he seemed out
like
of place.
Joe Shane's black guy.
Yes, Joe Shane's like, I got a black friend.
Like, check this out. Future of the industry. A black guy. I deserve more money. I hired a black guy.
And you brought this up earlier, but like when John Mara, the owner of the Giants, the most sheepish owner I think I've ever seen own anything, let alone a fucking NFL franchise. He's just like, what's going on with Saquon?
He comes into the GM's office instead of the GM going into his office. He, with his hands in his pockets, he kind of shuffles in, looking at the ground,
shoegazing,
just fucking like kicking a rock. Like, hey, so are we gonna make a deal with Saquon? Because like it's really keeping me up at night. I just wouldn't be able to sleep if we don't make that deal with Saquon. And the GM's just like, yeah, we're gonna try a couple things and see, if it just doesn't work, it doesn't work. And he's like, oh man, I really hope it works because I just really want that to work out. And it's like, you own the team. He's like, if you want that to work, here's how you put it. You don't stare at your shoes and just go, oh man, I really hope you do. You tell him, hey, you work for me. You don't even have to say those words. It's implied in everything you say because you're the boss.
I think it was almost implied when he goes, he's the most popular player on the team by far.
Yeah. Yeah. He mentioned that, and why he said that is because he was supposed to be implying like you make this deal no matter what. I don't even care.
Yeah.
But Joe Shane was like,
we got a lot of money wrapped in Daniel Jones, and
who everybody loves.
All this, and then it turns out after they let Saquon go, like the salary cap went up a lot. They could have had a lot more money.
Yep. They could have had him.
And I didn't know that Xavier McDaniel guy was like a Pro Bowl safety that they just let go too.
Xavier Kinney?
Kinney, is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah, the guy that they just let go.
Yeah.
The two big players on the team that they were going to try to hold on to were Saquon Barkley and Xavier Kinney. They both did a fucking non-job at trying to actually retain them, and they got out the second they could.
Yeah, he didn't want to keep Saquon at all. You could tell from the beginning of the conversation where he was like, oh, we'll see what happens. And, we'll maybe put him out there. Or if he comes back, we'll match any offer, blah, blah, blah.
They didn't match any offer.
No.
They didn't even try. But did you hear the phone call he made to Saquon?
That's
where he was like.
When he just decided we're going to let Saquon test free agency. So he's like, I got to call Saquon. Mm-hmm. And it's like, hello? Hey, Saquon? Hey, man, what's going on? How you doing?
Yeah. Oh my
so
God.
Like the weather's nice, huh? Oh, you're on vacation? Where are you staying?
So awkward.
And Saquon's just like, yeah, like get to it. Tell me what you're gonna tell me.
He's like, I know you're calling me you're the GM. I think you're calling me for a reason, not just to chat. And he basically was like, so we're gonna let you go to free agency and test the market and see what they offer. And maybe you give us a call, when you get an offer, and we'll see if we can match it.
Yeah, that's the deal we have with your agent. You come back to us and we'll match any offer. Yeah.
And Saquon was like, all right, so I'm leaving, so I'm going to free agency. And Joe Shane was just like, oh yeah, so like, yep. Like as if like he didn't hear him. Like he didn't understand that Saquon just said basically, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
And Joe Shane was like, "Yep, just like we mentioned." It's like, "No, you idiot! Don't hang up. If you hang up this phone, he's leaving and he's never coming back." And he hung up and he left and he's not coming back. And then, he's on the Eagles are paying him like $39 million a year.
Really, that much? Holy shit!
Because
like
the other
a front-loaded deal kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think that was the other thing that Mara said. The second time he pathetically shuffled into the room and was like, "Oh man, can we please keep Saquon, please?" All right. I mean, if we can't keep him, I would lose a lot of sleep if I lost him to a divisional rival, like the Eagles or the Cowboys, let's say. And who does he immediately go to? The Eagles. So I guess poor Mr. Mara, he hasn't slept a wink. he was already losing sleep. Now I imagine he's just 24/7, got his eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling, because Saquon went to the Eagles, which is the exact thing he said he did not want. And I'm sure as the owner, he would have been like, "Yeah, we'll shell out more money just to make sure that doesn't happen." And then we have, this all-star running back along with Daniel Jones, who we're dumping $40 million a year into because we think that's going to work for some reason.
And he's not even like fully back yet.
No, the whole show is him like rehabbing.
Yeah. And they got Drew Lock. Drew Lock.
Lock of the Irish.
Oh my God. And they had Tyrod Taylor, who was a great backup for them, and they just let him go to the Jets for like $1 million more a year.
As if, yeah. And it was like, well, what now that we're saving all this money by not re-signing Saquon, so we should hold it on to everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Nah. Pro Bowl safety, he's out of here. Backup quarterback who is decent, hell no, we don't want him. So hopefully this new receiver that the Giants drafted, because the show goes big into that, hopefully he can play like every position on offense, because the defense is actually solid. I think if the Giants win games this year, it's because their defense is pretty good. But the offense is a bunch of bumbling retards.
I mean, that Malik Neighbors guy they picked looks good on tape.
Looks great.
I have no idea, but
could be a game changer. Could be a Jamar Chase style, like #1 receiver that just throw him the ball every play and he'll do something. Could also be a complete fucking flop, and Daniel Jones could get knocked out of the first fucking game.
Or it could just be like Daniel Jones gets hurt and then he has shitty quarterbacks that aren't going to throw to him correctly and he's going to flounder. And then, hopefully he goes to a new team and then gets good.
Hopefully he goes to the Jets. Succeed in New York.
Then the one other thing about it was they had, because the Giants were looking for quarterbacks, so they had all the college quarterbacks come in for a bunch of meetings, like during the combine and after the combine. And the questions Brian Daboll, that he was asking the quarterbacks was fucking insane. I couldn't believe how crazy it was. It's like, okay, draw me your favorite play. All right, which X is which Z and which is F? All right, switch X with Z and F with Z, and now call the play.
Yeah.
And okay, and then they talk about something. Okay, what was that play you were talking about? And it's like, oh my God.
He grills them.
Yeah.
And it's awesome because if you can suss out whether or not a quarterback's going to have half a fucking brain in his head, he's either your Pat Mahomes or he's your Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Like pretty much what that tests for. Can you run the entire offense on a championship NFL level? Or are you going to be half a retard that can throw ball good, run fast?
And then one last thing was these college kids are going to the combine, going to the draft, going to pre-draft meetings with each team can get 30 players in the draft pool to come to their stadium or whatever and get interviewed. So this is during the college semester. The end of mostly their senior year, all their final, like they just don't go to school at the end.
Who gives a shit?
I know.
They fail. They're starting their career as a paid sporty boy. They do not need.
They're already getting paid.
Oh, that's true. Now they do already get paid because it's all. They're actually allowed to make money. They used to not be able to.
Now there's some people that make millions of dollars
on endorsements and having the little Nike or the Jordan logo on their jersey. I think when there's a Jordan team, all the students get paid. even if you're like a backup safety.
Oh, you get some money
because you're wearing a jersey
yeah.
that's got the fucking logo on it. Good. So like it's a deal. I think I could be wrong about that. Maybe the school just gets the money because they usually just get the money when it comes to everything.
But like Joe Alt, who was from Notre Dame, offensive lineman. I would think that he would want to finish his schooling and get his degree from Notre Dame, and it must be hard when he was a top 3 pick, or went to the Chargers, whatever 5 pick. So he probably went and interviewed at 20 teams too, all different days. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because when you're done with football and you retire, you're going to have plenty of time
to get your degree.
You can go back to school. You can do whatever the fuck you want. That's what some of the guys do. They just go back and get their degree because they're like, well,
now
I don't know what to fucking do. Maybe I should get a business. Maybe I should get a business degree and open up a business.
Listen to Steve's business podcast.
This is my business podcast. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed watching Hard Knocks with the Giants and what a fucking mess it seemed.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, the show gave me a little hope because the way they talk, I guess that's how they have those jobs as, player scouters and GM and assistant GM, is they make you think like this is all going to work. And like, oh, well, if we just get these, and these players, and then they get them, they're like, oh, no, our team's going to be great. Don't worry, guys. We got 10 wins this season. We're going to the playoffs. And by the end of it, I'm like, all right, there's some pieces here. This might actually work. But if I watch a game, 3-4 games this season, and they're all losses that are completely miserable, I'm like, I fucking knew it. This guy's an idiot. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, I'd say with me, obviously I'm not a Giants fan, but I went into it thinking the Giants have like no one good on their team. But then after watching, I was like, all right, they look like they have a pretty solid team, except for the quarterback kind of thing. It's all him and no running back, really. Oh my God. Do you remember they signed, who's the running back they signed?
Singletary.
Devin Motorboat Singletary.
Yep.
And then one of the scouts comes into the room and is like, we got Devin, we got Motorboat. You got a motorboat on the boat. Or some stupid saying. It was like, what? They were all losers. That must be why Joe Shane picked them all.
Again, it seems like this dream job. Like, oh, I get to work with football players. Like at the Giant, because like they show the building from the outside, this giant building, and it just looks like, oh, what a gig. That's got to be amazing. And then they show their day to day, and they're just the most awkward, unfun people on the planet. And it's just like, I don't know if I'd be able to do this. I'm just being like, these are my coworkers, and this is the kind of chit chats I'd have to have every day. I'll blow my fucking brains out.
But luckily, the scouts are usually just out in the field by themselves, I would think.
I guess that's why. Although they say like the whole, like you're only as good as your friends in that business because you got to call other teams and call colleges and get the inside track on players. And you got to be personable. But I don't understand how any of these people get anything done because they're duds. It is a dud fest, especially that dykey woman. She just seems like, yeah, I love sports.
Yeah. I really had like nothing to pick on her about, but she just seemed out of place.
She didn't talk much.
But on Fridays, it must be like casual Friday because every once in a while, Joe Shade would be at his desk with his cap on backwards and a hoodie, a giant hoodie. And like John Mara's coming in a suit and tie, and there's Joe Shane with his backwards baseball cap and a hoodie on. I'm like, yes, we let Saquon go.
And yeah, again, John Mara, the owner, going into this guy's office like, hey, you doing okay today? My guts are roiling. I can't. I'm having palpitations about this Saquon thing. Did you get that fixed? Yeah, we lost him. He's gone. Fuck him.
To the Eagles.
Yeah, to the Eagles. Oh God. Oh no. I think I shit out my heart. So it's been 20 minutes or so since we took our juice. We have a timely super chat. Oh, this is the wrong. Well, whatever. Paul Brady. Steve, couldn't you just leave the microwave door open so when you flip the breaker, you don't have to sprint to the AC? Couldn't you leave the microwave?
No. Once you flip the switch, the microwave is not going to come back on.
No, yeah, that doesn't matter. Once I have to flip the switch, the damage has already been done.
But if you flip the switch, I think the AC, my AC comes back on.
Yes, it does. I have to go in and shut it off so that I can continue microwaving. Yeah, but I don't have to worry about the microwave door. This is the one I meant to click on. AJR, you should take a shot of the THC liquor every 30 minutes until you start to feel it. You guys' THC tolerance may be pretty damn high.
Yeah.
I agree, but at the same time, every time I've ever taken an edible, any sort of THC edible substance,
it hits you hard.
It doesn't hit me hard, and then I go, "Oh, this isn't working," and then I take another one, and then I'm on the fucking moon, having an anxiety attack. So I'm gonna try to ride this out a little longer and see if I feel anything. I feel
like we're getting stonerized.
Yeah, I feel a little something. So maybe it already kicked in.
And your shot was like 10 milligrams. Mine might have been 20. So nothing crazy.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I think it just, at least the dose we took, makes you feel a little cool, just like a little more relaxed.
Yeah, it's a good one-shotter if you're going out or something.
Yeah,
just to set you off.
And just kidding. Steve is a goo gobbler. Nuh-uh.
Wow.
You are. I know you are. But what am I?
Oh, you gonna take that?
I'm not a goo gobbler. I just gobbled goo once. That was it. It was just this goo. It's the only goo I've ever gobbled today. Okay, it's not even funny. Should we read super chats or should we get to some prep?
I mean, there's a bunch of super. Might as well get.
Let's read some super chats. James O'Sullivan, when we see in your holes equal my goals. Well, once we start up our OnlyFans, Garrett and Steve, members of the OnlyFans board, we're gonna have a separate board, and we're just gonna do naked guy stuff.
And you'll get a picture of your asshole up on the board.
Yeah, Garrett's gonna bend over the stove, and I'm gonna fist him to try to set the time on it. So yeah, don't worry, James O'Sullivan. You're gonna see. Oh, here we go. More holes equals more money, 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 money. Show them ASAP. All right, hey, you got an idea there. I like ideas. Jason Hughes. Hey, Garrett.
Yo.
Oh, hey, Steve.
Yeah.
I mean, just might as well.
I get it.
Might as well not. Then. Ginny the lawyer, or is it Guinea the lawyer? Can you two mooks describe who you are for non-Kumia fans?
That's a good point.
We're just a couple of guys having a good time doing a podcast in my dining room. We're a couple of guys.
We're a couple of guys who work for Kumia.
Yeah, I mean, that's
how we are.
That was our last thing at the very least. Yeah, we're two guys who used to be still technically are podcast producers since we're doing our own now.
For Compound Media.
And we've been
network.
Yeah, well, it's been smushed together with censored.
Merged, yeah.
But yeah, basically who we are is two podcast producers from a famous... Call Anthony famous, yeah.
Yeah.
From a famous guys podcast company who used to be in the background, just chiming in and doing, very occasionally talking to hosts of shows. Eventually got asked to do our own show. And as soon as that started picking up steam, we got fired. So now we're doing our own on YouTube. I would say that's an apt description of who we are.
So you don't think that Milo letter about Compound was real?
No. Which we can get to that in a moment when we can play those videos. But yeah, no, I highly doubt it. He does shit like that all the time. Or at least, he used to. Mm-hmm. How much should SJ have paid for 1 hour pod at Compound?
I think at that time it was like $50 per person per hour.
For your
50 for me, 50 for John, and I think he did an hour. But really,
but he had to pay the studio and like Compound Media separately, which I don't know how much
that was like
they
a
paid.
Gift from Anthony.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You could use the studio, but just make sure you pay the guys.
Yeah.
And he didn't, and like made us buy him beer, and then left all the empty beers and didn't pay us.
Check out the empties, bro. That's so goddamn funny that he didn't pay you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just take care of the guys. Okay, I'll make them buy me beer.
Yeah. Because he thought, I'm Stuttering John. I do whatever I want.
Didn't even bring you a keychain.
Keychain?
You don't know that whole thing? He had some like Tonight Show meetup with all the old members of the Tonight Show and gave everyone a keychain, I think.
Like he started the meetup?
I
because no one from the Tonight Show wanted to meet up with it.
I didn't look too deep in it. It was just whenever shit popped up on Twitter, so I vaguely know the story. But I think that was the case, and I'm pretty sure like what the thing I saw was a picture of the keychain, and it was a very, very small, very shitty keychain with very small writing that said like 2024 Tonight Show meetup.
Oh my God.
Or something like that. I wonder, it's not worth finding. But he didn't even give you a keychain.
Nope. Didn't even get that.
He sold you $50. Huge fan of the show, Guinea the Lawyer. When can we buy merch? Well, I believe we still have our merch up on inhotwatershop.com.
That's true. Garrett and Steve shirt there, a Steve's Calzone shirt.
Oh, I just washed my Steve's Calzone shirt. I got to wear that tomorrow. Inhotwatershop.com for all of your
but we should
Garrett
work
and Steve
on
t-shirt needs.
Because I think those shirts still say compound on it.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. So we should get.
I think, yeah, we might, because one of the things we use actually has like a merch store option thing.
Oh, the Patreon?
Patreon we can sell through there, yeah, but there's like that thing that website we use for the thumbnails has like a merch page thing.
Oh, all right. So you can make your own graphics and then
might look into that. I don't know. Thinking about it. But yeah, go to inhotwatershop.com and you can buy yourself a t-shirt. It's got my face on it. It's got Gert's face on it. Maybe eventually we got to get a shirt with Edie's face on it because those will probably actually sell. But inhotwatershop.com. Thank you. Can India Steve ask Gino about having a bukkake? Okay. But just kidding real quick. Steve is my favorite drug addict. You'd only know I was a drug addict based on the oven. How it is dented in with the wrong time on it.
But that's almost like alcoholic. That's not drug addict. Maybe meth head or
Rageaholic.
Something. Yeah.
I was sipping the Rageahol pretty steady that night. Where's my phone?
So no explanation on how she just calmly went over there and did it. It must have been your punches.
I think I knocked everything into place.
Because you didn't try after the punch.
No, I tried a lot after the punches because I thought I broke it and nothing was working.
And then she just comes over and does it.
So what I think happened is what keeps happening is it like freezes and you can't press anything and you just got to like wait. And it's an undetermined amount of time. You have to wait every time. So who knows how long this freeze can take. So the whole time I was jamming, it wouldn't unfreeze because I was panicking and pressing all the buttons. So I think enough time passed for me walking out, explaining the situation, and then we both come back in, that it had refreshed, and she just walked over, pressed the buttons, and it worked perfectly.
Maybe that's a lesson you need to learn of just a 10-second cool down.
Or because, Garrett, there were 4 10-second cool downs that didn't take. That's why there was a 5-second punch fest of the screen.
All right, you're fair.
I'm fair.
It's fair.
I'm fairest in all the land.
Wrong.
Yeah, and obviously she has daintier girl hands that could probably just press the sleek interface without an issue. Meanwhile, meaty wop hands with the sausage fingies. Sausage.
The last 2 times I went to get off the bus, it has touched the yellow strip to open the door. And I'm hitting it, and it's not opening. And then the first time, the guy like closes the front door and goes to take off, and then today, hit the yellow thing. It's not working, And then he finally opened the back door for me, but I don't know if I have like dead hands or something.
Yeah,
other people were getting off stops before me, hitting the yellow thing, and it was opening.
Maybe all the THC is fucking with our circulation. And we just don't have like bloody, warm hands that can get things done. That's what it sounds like. But I've had the same thing happen to me on the bus. I just now I can't believe I'm about to say. It's almost like there's just a gorilla walking around Staten Island breaking stuff. But when it doesn't open, I just start going harder and harder until it opens. And I think sometimes it's the bus driver just looks, because the bus driver can open that door. I think he just looks at me going like, fucking trying to monkey the door open. And he just opens it for me. Because, I do the same thing where I'm pressing the yellow strip and nothing happens. but progressively, every time I press it again, I'm just it's not working.
Because you feel like you have 3 seconds, 5 seconds to open the door, and if it's not opening right away, it's like, fuck, I don't want to get stuck on the next stop.
And it's like what happens with driving, where you might be a nice, normal, polite person, but for some reason, when people get behind the wheel and someone like cuts them off, they're screaming, flashing their lights, threatening to fucking kill someone, and fucking like slamming on the gas and pretend they're gonna ram their car. People turn into psychos in their car, and it's kind of the same on the bus, because when the door isn't opening. And like there was one time where the bus started moving again, and I screamed like an animal. I was like, "Hey, back fucking door!" And it's like, does it take that level of anger and aggression? Why couldn't I just say, "Oh, excuse me, like try to get off"?
Yeah.
As long as you do it loud, he's gonna hear you either way.
And they must have a camera that's looking at the door, right? And they
or
see
that
someone.
stupid bus mirror.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But they can see you, and yeah, I don't know. The bus puts me in a bad mood. So I act much like I would act around a stove that won't turn on. But anywho, I have to call Gino and ask him what? About having a bukkake.
Indian call them bukkake.
By the way, Jesse also likes your haircut. Just
Thank
FYI.
you, Jesse.
And chillin' following up. Here's 69 Indian rupees for India Steve Punjabi. Oh. You make me do stink. All right, here we go. This is y'all asked for it. Y'all got it. Calling Gino. Probably taking a big old poo.
How high are you?
I don't know. How high is you?
Oh,
How high is the goat you like to fuck? You a fucking goat fuck?
Yeah, it just like you just calling high and yelling about goat fucking, sir. Who is this?
Who the fuck are you? No, you tell me. Who are you supposed to be? Who do you think you are? You doing call on my phone, talk to me like I'm asshole.
You called me, and
no, I call you.
You don't miss this stuff. You don't miss this.
No, you're the missus. I'm the mister.
I'm just sitting here in my Eames chair, drinking wine, watching my buddies get stoned on cum. It's a pretty good lesson. Now, I got you. I got one.
Hey.
you did it, buddy.
Hey. I know, and I've been pinned to the wall with donkey shit. That was a good one. We do doing being drunk on drugs from cum.
It's fantastic to watch.
Oh, that is good. I'm good to hearing.
Bukkake.
Anyway, I have reason for calling you. It's not just a personal call.
Are you going to pay for a new clutch in my car?
Clutch my ass.
That's the other show. That's a good callback, though. That's the other show. Go on.
Anyway.
The clutch my ass bit.
Anyhow, the people.
Anyway, back to you, Rupesh.
They pay me the money to ask you if you're doing a bukkake later, because I think they are confused and they think all Asians, like Indians and Japanese, is all like the same thing. And they think a bukkake is Indian thing. I don't know, but it's definitely Japanese. But are you going to have many men come over your apartment and have coming on face? And do you need goo?
No, I lost it. Yes, I'm good on goo. I'm getting gooed all over when I get the fucking bill for my new clutch. So I'm getting gooed all over. I'm gooed.
Get a new car.
Get a new fucking car. Why are you buying old cars?
It's too late to get a new car.
I can't wait till something else breaks in this fucking thing. And you're going to be like, oh no, it's too late. I have to buy another catalytic converter. Catalytic converter.
I should have, I'm just going to go steal your Honda. Where'd you leave it, Rupesh?
It is in dumpster. I threw it in the river.
How about, what was the car you flipped and hit a tree? Is that still in your mother's yard?
No, it's gone forever. That one is is a soda can now.
All right.
Anyway, thank you for taking part and having men coming on face.
Very good time, my friend. I'll let you get back to your cum.
All right, stink. Here you go. The Indian man called Gino. Hold on, callers. Maybe we start a bit where the callers self-screen and no more calls for the night after someone bombs and ruins it for everybody. What? This is from 15 minutes ago.
We want to do callers, but my phone plays all audio except phone calls through the board. So I'm still trying to figure that out.
We're working on it. Derek or Rivia, talk about football for another hour. Powerful stuff. Don't worry, Derek. Next, we're talking about the Jets. This is going to be a New York sports pod. Jets and Giants all the time and all the time.
I mean, we weren't really talking football. We were talking about this loser that's running the New York Football Giants. And it's like, you think of the Giants as just like hiring steady business-like guys to just like do the right thing and make business decisions. And this guy is just fucking goofing around being a loser.
And I just can't get it. I wish they had more footage of the owner shuffling around his building, just like, aw, can I merge with Gavin? This isn't working. Can Gavin take my Giants? Hey, see, Derek, it worked. We talked more about football.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think the Giants' chances are pretty good this season. What do you think? Over under, how many games do they win?
Let's go through the schedule, and we'll pick minimum, maximum.
Who do you think has more Jewish fans, the Giants or the Jets? Because I know in baseball, it is definitely the Mets over the Yankees. The Jews love the Mets. Not the Yankees so much. It's more of a Dominicans and Blacks team.
Yeah, that's a tough call, though, because
I think the Jets
have a lot, but so do the Giants, though. But it might be.
But the Jets are green, which is the color of money.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it might be the Jets. And the Jets are like easier to get tickets to, and the Jews will buy all the tickets, and there'll be more Jews at the game.
I think, yeah. And I mean, it's one letter away from just being the New York Jews. So I think it lines up.
That's true. It's a good
point. Yeah, more. There you go. More football talk.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got more Jewish fans? Slapzilla just saying hi. Hi, Slap. Hi, Slap. Hi, Slap. Oh, here we go. Not Slap here. I'm drunk. Sent 2 other chats with no content. Sorry. Call Gino. Tell him he's a knee GR, and I won't push all the Costco family shit I want. Oh. Well, you folks are in for a treat tonight. We have bonus content, which is us watching Justice videos. So after this is over, I'll be posting that. So check that out. Just kidding. With a $50 FAGS, I believe that's supposed to say.
Thank you, JK.
Thank you. I think that was also when we were talking about football. I think he was
Jeez,
agreeing with
guess
Derek.
We'll never talk about football anymore.
Fuck that. You know what tomorrow's show is going to be? Us just reading the draft picks. Just read all the names. Speaking of which, Jeff, we're going to get to that. Probably not today. I'm sorry. I keep lying to Jeff, who sent us that draft game, because we're going to do it next time. And I'm like, now I don't have enough time to get it ready because it's 20 videos. I have to have them all lined up. But we're going to get to it at the very latest, like day 1 of the season. It'll be like our celebration, Jeff's game. We do all the draft pick, the name game that we did on Garrett and Steve at Compound. It'll be absolute scenes.
Did you watch Chicago Bears Hard Knocks?
I tried to today, but I didn't really get the run of it.
Just one episode. I think tomorrow another episode comes out. It was all right.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be watching it. I tried to watch it today, but Charlie was screaming his head off, so I rewound it 3 times and said, what am I doing? I have no idea what's going on. Who cares? I'll watch it another time. Thank you, Pulper80, for the stick. And I stopped watching Mike Francesa because of you guys.
Nice. I understand that. We give them the hot takes in sports.
Yeah, I have a fresh hot take coming from. Here's a little. All right, let me try to look at this right now. Still no email for me. I also sent to G's phone number.
Who, Jeff?
No, Derek. Just kidding. No, I called you FAGS's because I love you. Oh, I love you. That's the thing. We need to get the phones working again. I miss telling people I love them.
Yeah.
And Beck, so you like the bottle? I don't know, Beck. Does it seem like we're having a good old time? Because I think it's working.
Yeah, it was great. It's great.
I'm going to take another micro fiche.
Oh, boy. This is your problem.
This is my problem with everything. I'm like, oh, I'm having fun. Time
for more fun.
Wouldn't more mean more fun?
Twice as much fun.
One more goo?
Guess so.
I'm not having a lot. I'm having a splash of goo in celebration of the $1.99 Beck sent in because
Yeah, I'm
board
pussying
member.
out.
Yeah, I'm way pussier than you. Little spooge.
It's so tasty. It makes you want to just keep drinking it.
I was kind of thinking that before, that I kind of want a cocktail made of that. Sipping.
But thanks, Bex. Or Beck.
Just Beck.
Beck.
All right, back to business. What did you send me?
Well, let's see. Some football stuff. Well, do we want to talk about the Milo thing?
By the way,
Or is
Derek,
that
I have nothing
dumb?
from you still. So there's something up with your email. I got to check spam because I have no, let's see, spam. Oh, I do have it in spam. Here we go. Oh, it's a comedy thing. Aha. Let's do that a little later. Got it, Derek. Because, yeah, I want to go to what you were talking about.
Well, that might be, maybe it wasn't Jeff who sent me that then? The comedy lineup page?
It sounds
of
like it was
teams?
Derek.
Yeah, okay. I
Dirk.
did get that. Where it's, all the 12 comedy teams and their description and I don't know what kind of team they are. So we'll get to that.
What's up, Edie girl? Where are you going? Oh, going back to the bed. Is it scratch o'clock? What are we doing, dog? she just needed to spin around in a circle for about 1.5 turns. Get herself back to. I don't know why dogs do that. Sometimes she'll do that for like 2 full minutes. She'll just be walking around in circles.
Isn't it pushing the tall grass down?
No, because to move it around, you saw her doing it before. She like scratches the bed. I don't know what the circling is. It's just, I guess, her trying to find the exact right spot to lay down on.
I thought it was like some instinct of like it gets the grass to go down and then they can lay down in the grass.
But there's no grass there, you dumb dog. Just, I'm kidding, Edie girl. I love you. But aw, she always snuggles up with Garrett.
That's right.
Her favorite fucking spot in the world. Back to business.
Let's go to the quad arrest.
Quad arrest.
That's just a fun video.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah, all right. Do you want to talk this up a little?
This
Real quick, money for Taco Bell. Win at all costs. Thank you. I love Taco Bell, even though it does not love me, and it makes me die in pain every time on the toilet. I have it. Anyway.
I called this guy a quadriplegic, but I don't think that's the correct term. Paraplegic?
Yes.
That just means you're missing all your limbs?
No, quadriplegic is 4, meaning 4 of your limbs are dummy and can't work. Paraplegic means 2.
Oh,
or 1.
He has arms, kind of? What? I don't think so.
His arms work.
I thought he just had like shoulders.
No, here. Let's have a watch.
Okay.
So take me. Hey, chill. I just hit you again. What the
You're right.
go about it?
For the first time, we are seeing body camera video when Miami-Dade police say they were assaulted by a quadriplegic man. A case so unusual, even the
Oh, he is okay. He's a quad
I guess
father.
his arms don't work, but they're there.
He was using it to move the steering wheel or the steering stick. So I would think that means you're not quadriplegic if your arms work, but I don't fucking know.
Quad father, Derek,
Yeah.
Quad father. We see him typing on his computer all the time.
Okay, so I guess I don't understand the 4 part of quad. But yeah, he was just I don't know what he was getting pulled, like what he was getting arrested for, or someone else was getting arrested and he was getting mad, but he was just hitting them in the shins with his wheelchair, which must have smarted pretty bad.
Oh, worse than a razor scooter.
Probably not worse than that.
No, that's true.
It's probably just like, hey, it's probably honestly like when my son walks around with his cart, when he like the way he blasts the dog with it. Like he hits me in the shin sometimes too, and it's like this little plastic, and it's like, hey, don't do that. That didn't feel nice.
judge at first appearance seemed surprised.
I have truly never seen a case like this.
It happened May 1st. Police were called to the Southwest Miami-Dade home of Brian Amasta, also known as El Valiente.
El what?
Balianti.
That's a spicy little boy.
Bailar is dance. Maybe it means little not dancer.
Little dancing bean.
Stage name when he's performing music. According to the report, Amasa and his mother, seen here in red, were involved in an argument. But when mom is put in handcuffs, this happens.
Nah, bro, don't fucking do that.
Brian,
No,
hey,
man.
stop hitting me with the
No,
chair,
man,
Brian.
stop doing
That's a
that.
battery on
You
Oreo.
just said
When we interviewed Amasa back then, he told us this.
They claimed that I hit them with my wheelchair.
Did you?
I absolutely did not.
The report stated that you spit at an officer.
Right. So I suffer from acid reflux, so I normally spit.
This is great.
And I
is a
spat
great
like
part.
the totally different direction.
But this is the video.
You want to listen or not?
Amasa
Totally different direction.
To be fair, that looks like and don't you ever have acid reflux and it makes you go you just spit on someone?
Instead of going and just this burning hot breath coming out of your mouth. And
Hey, you just
those-
get a loogie going and you fucking spit it at someone's shoes.
I suffer from acid reflux, so I normally spit. And I spat like the totally different direction.
But this is the video.
You want to listen or not?
Amasa also told us he felt humiliated during his arrest
bro, you laughing at me, bro?
because he was separated from his motorized wheelchair, which
Oh,
he
no.
says was damaged when it was put on a flatbed. You see one on
That is the saddest arrest video I've ever seen in my fucking life.
on a flatbed. Do you think they
Looked like they put
handcuffed
him on a flatbed. Yeah, wait, look.
humiliated during his arrest
Bro, you laughing at me, bro?
because he
think
was
you might have been laughing
separated
at
from
you.
his motorized wheelchair, which he says was damaged when it was
Yeah, they
which
threw
he
him on
said
a-
which he his wheelchair motorized motorized
It's just actually it just looked like a gurney, like a hospital bed.
Oh, they strap him down, maybe.
Probably strap him down, although they might
Why?
just throw him on it. Like, there, now you can't move anymore. Oh, poor guy. That's gotta, like, what if you couldn't use any of your, like, limbs? I would
Oh my
probably
God.
behave the same way
I
all the
know.
time.
Yeah, I did a show with Crip Daddy, guy in this similar position, and like it would hit my mind sometimes, like, oh, like you just can't leave or get up or move or any. It's like, what the fuck? You don't even know what it's like to move.
Not
You're
really.
gonna see other people do it and imagine.
And then, you know, cops show up to your house, arrest your mom, and laugh at you.
Because you and your mom are day drinking.
And this is why, like, evil villains are created. He's gonna come back with like a twisted metal wheelchair. It's gonna have little buttons that he presses that a gun pops out of a little port and shoots. Because I'll never feel this powerless again. You haven't seen the last of me, coppers.
He's gonna put spikes on the front just so he can ram them in the shins.
And then yeah, next time you ram someone, it's still not gonna do any real damage, but it'll be ow, that was pointy. What the fuck? Ow. You little jerk.
motorized wheelchair, which he says was damaged when it was put on a flatbed.
Is that necessary? They had to get a giant flatbed to put his little wheelchair on. They couldn't just throw a rope on it and drag it behind the cop car.
Yeah, I don't know if they fold up like other motorized chairs. Probably not. 'Cause that
No.
would- like the one Crip Daddy had was a fucking beast.
Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he could easily mount a nice little mortar gun. Just start firing at cop cars the next time they try to arrest his mom. Oh, hold on. This just it. We're getting reports. Live update. Woo-wee. This fucking nowadays stuff's making me gassy.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh, that one stinks too. Good Lord. I think I got some shit air out of my colon.
3 times in brief succession.
I'm going for that title. You have the best fart of the show so far. I'm trying to up you. I'm trying to one up you. That was a 3-upper.
You had a 5-upper off air.
I did. Yeah, and all right, let's finish the
Wrap
end
this
of
See one officer appearing to text someone, joking that they were going to put him on the tow truck.
See, you were right. Wow, he is.
There's crying, laughing faces coming from whoever he's texting, and it says, his text say, I'm dying. We are going to put him on the tow truck. And the person wrote back, LOL.
That's body cam. Now it's not the news channel footage that sold him out, right? I guess it's
I
just
think
his
it is
body
the
cam.
news channel. Because I don't think his body cam was on. Oh, no,
One
you're
officer
right.
appearing
It is the body cam.
Yeah.
You're right.
to text someone joking that they were going to put him on the tow truck.
Yeah, because
Officers later seen inspecting their legs. Amasta charged with 2 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer.
Wow.
And we are told that corrections did not have a transport van to transport Amasta with his wheelchair. And that's why officers on scene called fire rescue to take him and called a tow truck to take the chair. We're told that there's another hearing in this case scheduled right here for tomorrow.
What a
We're in
big
Miami. I'm
to-do.
Janine Stanwood, local 10
You
News.
think
First-hand
the tow
video of the
truck
controversy.
driver like hooked up the hook to it and slowly pulled it up the back of his.
That's what he did. You saw it. That's 100% what they did. Look, he
Damaged
No,
when it was
he's
put
just-
on a
it looks like he's
flatbed.
pushing it,
You
yeah.
see one
Yeah.
officer.
But no, I think there might also, he might be pushing it, but I think there's like a chain under it that's just dragging it up
Oh,
so that it'll be like locked, and then he's gonna have to like tie it down and drive around Miami with this giant flatbed with a tiny wheelchair on it. Oh, poor guy. This is one of the few videos I've seen in a long time that made me actually go like, I don't want to. You just can't help it. It's funny, even though it's tragic.
Is it even now? Like he just gets out. He's
Yeah, and
fine.
honestly, he's a singer or whatever, so this is kind of good press.
Yeah, got
I'm
his name
sure
out there.
people started following or like looked him up and started following.
Totally.
I'm sure, ironically, because of the video, and then they probably write nasty comments on his Twitter about his wheelchair getting damaged on the flatbed. But
Maybe
you
he'll
know.
write a song about it.
pain is art.
Yes.
So he should take this pain, harness it, and use it in his art. And have a Spanish English pitbully type song where he does wheelchair tricks.
I just heard Pitbull bought the naming rights to a stadium.
Pitbull Stadium?
Yeah, so now it's going to be like, I don't think it's a football stadium, but if someone's playing there, it's going to be here at Pitbull Arena or whatever.
That's
Good for
exciting.
him. It was like maybe $1 billion or something, but I don't know.
Pitbull's a billionaire?
Yeah, now I'm questioning what I heard.
Life's hard, man. It's hard when you see what works. Like the Costco family.
Pitbull. Does he have one good song?
He's got a ton of good songs. What do you mean? Fireball. Dun-it-dun-dun-it-dun.
Oh, God.
Now that's stuck in your head. Now
Yeah.
that's stuck in your head. You fucking brought Pitbull up.
Yeah,
Now
I
it was already stuck in my head the second you said his goddamn bald name. He has other songs that I can't think of.
Know who I'm kind of getting into now? Post Malone. Not like it's like a deep cut or something, but are you a fan? I imagine
go
you
back
hate
and
him.
forth.
Oh,
When I used to do Blow, his Rockstar song hit something fierce.
I got to check that out. I haven't heard that one.
Well, do cocaine if you're gonna check it out, or else don't bother. It's not the same. I don't like it when I wasn't geeked out.
All right.
But when I was, that song was great. I was like, oh, that song rules. Yeah, and then he did like a song with Ozzy Osbourne.
I've been skipping his collaborations. He does a lot of collaborate. He did one with Taylor Swift. He did one with Blake Shelton. He did one with Ozzy. Yeah, he has a ton of Yeah, and
I almost
really
don't
big
like
fan of
admitting,
his.
but I liked it.
the Ozzy one.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll check that one out then.
I liked it quite a bit, which is a little embarrassing. Before we get to the Milo stuff, just kidding. $50 beer. Oh, he said $50 beer.
Oh, JK.
Oh, $50 beer. Toward a bed big enough for Edie and Garrett. Fags.
We could fit on it together.
I think that bed you could fit on
Yeah.
with her. She took a hike. I think before when I was screaming about the wheelchair guy, she was like, all right, too loud. I'm going to sleep. Pulperati mustard pretzels also sound great right now. These pretzels are making me thirsty. I do like me some mustard and pretzels. And India Steve farts teaching Gino what's Punjabi. I hope he had his headphones in when I farted.
when Ellis and Tony would come up from Philly with their big bag of pretzels and a whole thing of mustard. Yeah, that was one of my favorite days in Compound. I love that shit. I would like
one of your favorite days ever working there, just because you got to eat a bunch of pretzels.
Like a favorite occurring day that would happen.
Yeah, they did it a couple times.
Yeah, like Chris Baldessano would come in with these donuts, and they were good, but it was like I could eat maybe one, and they're so sugary and messy, and it's hard to get through them.
You're like, I can't have donuts for dinner, but I can have these soft pretzels. These are dinner. I did too.
I definitely brought a bag home sometimes when they were just left there. I was like, fuck it, I'm bringing these. Yeah, I could just eat them nonstop.
So that's why I would come in the next day and be like, where are all the pretzels?
They'd be stale.
Yeah, they were. Like overnight. They'd be
yeah.
stale. Yeah, I would plow through those. I would spoil my dinner every time they came in because I would eat so many fucking pretzels.
And the mustard, I think it was even like, was it Gouldens? I don't know. It might have been some other brand, but it was just so good on the.
Is it pronounced Gouldens or like Jessica Gould, or is it Goldens?
It's Gouldens, right?
I thought it was Goldens or like Goldens. Might be Gould.
I don't know. It's Gould.
Oh, I thought it was just Guld.
Is it?
Now I gotta Google. Now I gotta Google this. Golden's mustard. Yeah, it's Gulden.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, no O.
I feel so embarrassed now.
You should be very embarrassed. It's not Gouldens. Goulden mustard pronunciation.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. Let's see. Moment of truth here.
Come on, Gould.
What is the
Gouldens,
pronunciation of Gouldens?
Goldens.
That was pretty
Goldens.
exactly how I said it.
Goldens.
Fuck.
Goldens.
Do you want the Dutch pronunciation? I bet you'd be closer on the Dutch pronunciation.
Please.
Is it Dutch?
We are looking at how to pronounce the name or this word, which is more a citizenship nationality. We'll be looking at how to say more interesting country names and citizenships.
Okay.
Dutch is how it is said. Dutch.
Okay, that was not what we were looking for. Never mind.
That was just how to say Dutch.
That was how to say Dutch.
Not Gouldens in Dutch.
If you're a creepy man, that's how you say Dutch. Gouldens.
Goldens.
Goldens.
Wow, I always thought it was Gouldens.
Sorry. You were completely wrong.
Yeah.
1983, Golden's Mustard, my great-granddad TV commercial. They'll say the name of it in the commercial.
Let's do
Maybe
it.
that video was wrong.
Hi.
Hi, Charlie Golden. Mustard Empire.
Say I'm Charlie Goulden.
I'm Charlie Golden.
I'm Charlie Golden.
Yeah!
My great-granddad invented Golden's mustard.
Who did you kick over?
Water.
Garrett got very excited. Well, maybe his name is Goulden, but the name of the mustard is Golden. Hold on, I gotta hear him say that again. Did he say Goulden or Golden?
Golden. And my great-granddad invented Charlie Golden. Charlie Golden. Charlie Golden. Charlie Golden. Charlie Golden.
Fuck.
Charlie Golden.
It's totally Charlie Goulden.
Yeah.
Well, in this house, we say Golden. Because there's no O. It's just G-U-L. But I guess G-U could be G. You know how like when you pronounce the chewing gum?
Gouldens.
Goom. I like chewing gum.
Because Goldens would be OL. I mean, it's so obvious it's Gouldens.
But it's not Goldens or Galdens. It's Gul. Oh, God, now I don't even know what words are anymore. This fucking weed juice kicked in. Everything just sounds wrong. Now I want to see the end of the commercial where he says Charlie Golden.
I'm Charlie Golden.
All right, so Gary Gulman. It should be Gary Gulman.
Gulman.
Someone have Kevin Brennan call Gary Gulman and tell him he's pronouncing his name wrong. It's Gulman, like Goulden's mustard. Son of a fucking whore. All right, one more time.
Hi, I'm Charlie Golden, and my great-granddad invented Golden's mustard, a delicious blend of light and dark mustard seeds and special seasonings. And for 120 years, all of us Goldens have guarded the recipe. It adds just the right flavor to sandwiches and hot dogs. Fantastic. Or as a seasoning for potato salad. Delicious. Try Gouldens. It adds just the right flavor, or my name isn't Charlie Goulden.
No, your name's Charlie Golden, you idiot. You're right. It's shitty mustard. It's got bad flavor, and your last name's Golden. You stupid fucking piece of shit. You're all wrong. Charlie Goulden. I love, by the way, in the middle of the commercial when he just walks up to those jars of seeds and just jams his hands in like,
we have so many of these seeds, I can touch them
A
all.
delicious blend of light and dark mustard seeds and
I love just doing this. I love ruining the seeds with my hand oils. Yes, I'm Charlie Goulden. Here's me ruining mustard seeds.
Jan Levison Goulden.
Well,
thank
fuck
you,
me.
Charlie Goulden.
God damn it. Weird mustard creep.
Little fun fact, not fact, fun. Put a little like half a teaspoon of mustard in mashed potatoes. Makes it taste more mashed potato-y. You don't get the mustard flavor, but it tastes more.
I was gonna say
potato-y.
mustard mashed potato sounds gross.
But he was like putting it in potato salad, like a whole scoop of it. That's
That mustard
I don't know about
creep probably puts it in his ice cream.
that.
That fucking weirdo. The Goulden.
Have you ever had the mustard ice cream?
No,
Yeah, me either.
I'd try it because I'll eat any ice cream. Even if it came out of an asshole, I'd eat that. I love ice cream.
Oh, we this weekend, my wife and I pulled the Steve, and we
You punched your oven?
She ordered 3 pints of ice cream to be delivered at like 12:30 at night or something.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's good.
We got the Van Leeuwen's ice cream.
That's a good
You've
one.
Heard of it? Okay.
Yeah. That was the one that got delivered to compound. The 4
That's right.
pints of Van
Okay.
Leeuwen from
Yeah.
our boy.
And I got like the brown sugar cookie dough one. She got mint chocolate chip, which
It's just a waste.
And then I got
You're wasting calories and money on mint ice cream.
that's the one she went for first.
That's like, God bless her. But my wife likes the coffee ice cream. I'm like, just drink coffee or eat ice cream. This fucking shit stinks. It's such a bad flavor.
It is.
Like when you eat it, it's like, all right, this isn't, I'm not eating dog shit. Sure, it's sweet, but
Like
like
I'm eating ice cream. Why don't I want like chunks of stuff in it?
there are 1,000 other flavors that are fucking far superior.
Yeah.
Mustard even.
Probably. It does sound good. And then the other one was like brownie chunks and some sort of
Double chunk chocolate ice cream.
Yeah, but they were good.
Did you? So you ate
I-
the ice cream at like 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I
Did you wake
polished
up-
off the whole pint.
Attaboy. That's how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to leave any for tomorrow. It's a pint. It's not like it's a multi-gallon thing. But anywho, so you ate the whole thing at 1 o'clock in the morning or so,
Mhm.
and then did you wake up the next morning and go, boy, that's a lot of diarrhea. Ouch, my stomach hurts.
A lot of diarrhea, but no, I don't get the stomach hurts.
I usually, most of the time, my stomach doesn't hurt, but very occasionally, if I have like a greasy dinner and then I eat a pint of ice cream, I'll have the bubble guts and just be like, oh God, see, that was too much. Sometimes you got to refine the line, which I refined all the time. I refound it last night.
But then it's like now we have 1.5 pints of ice cream just laying around now, and all I want every night, I'm like, maybe I should get some ice cream.
Maybe you should. What's stopping you?
Yeah, nothing.
If you run out of ice cream, then it won't be tempting you anymore.
True.
And then you'll
That's a
have to
good
buy
point.
more.
Yeah, because now it's a thing. Like we know, oh yeah, we can do
You
this.
just buy ice cream in the middle of the night because we're feeling like it.
But I think it was like $12 for the. I don't even know if it's a pint.
Van Leeuwen ain't cheap.
Yeah,
That's the good stuff. Yeah, that was definitely
was
at least
good.
$10 for 1 pint of Van Leeuwen.
and positive from it is when it gets delivered, it's melted enough that you could just plow through it. Like,
Sometimes when it's delivered, though, if you recall the very first episode of the show from the dining room here, the guy delivering it clearly had some. That didn't happen with yours?
No.
None of your Van Leeuwen pints were clearly ripped open, eaten, and then fucking reclosed?
I don't think so. They looked all
Lucky
pretty
you.
clean on top.
That was the last time I ordered ice cream. Fucking delivery piece of shit ate a good portion of it. So much was missing. It could not have just been like, oh, it melted a little.
No, I don't know where she ordered it from, but it even came in a Van Leeuwen's bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a Van Leeuwen in New York.
In Brooklyn? I don't know.
Yeah, in Brooklyn, I think they have one
Oh.
too. Yeah.
And they're open at midnight, or that's a yeah.
Maybe the guy who delivered it
Delivery
stole
itself.
it. He
Maybe.
broke in.
Or they just
That's
like
service.
keep some delivery guys there at night and keep the Grubhub open or whatever it is.
Because
and
people are drinking weed goo and they get hungry for ice cream, and they need. I would venture to guess they actually deliver more ice cream in the middle of the night than like after dinner.
I've been walking in the middle of the night.
Because that's when you want it. When you're
Yeah.
all fucked up.
Uh-huh.
You want some ice cream. It's like the middle of the day on like a Saturday. That's when like, kids are eating ice cream and stuff. And then it spikes again at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Do you have the ice cream man drive around here?
Yeah, occasionally.
And ours, there's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night they're going around.
Really? They might be selling drugs.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, I think they're selling drugs. It's supposed to be like in the middle of the day.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, we don't get it around here too much. At least we're so far from the actual street over here.
Yeah,
I don't know
you-
if I would hear it. Because I now that I think about it, I can't remember the last time I heard the ice cream truck over here. I just assume that because I've seen it in the neighborhood. I'm like, I assume it must come by my place, but now I feel like it doesn't, and I'm upset. I haven't had ice cream like an
Out of
ice cream man.
truck. Yeah.
That's not true. Brother-in-law party at his house. He had an ice cream truck. Like he had a food truck come to cater the party.
Cool.
Which was fucking awesome because
What kind?
It was like pulled pork, mac and cheese,
Like a
and
barbecue?
yeah, it was like all this different
Uh-huh.
type of like quesadillas and stuff. And then later, the ice cream truck came and just parked in front of the house. And it was a kid party, so it was like 100 kids.
Wow.
And I, of course, got in line and got a double scoop of, I don't even know, I remember what it was called, but they took a double scoop of vanilla and dipped it in this red cherry stuff. And then it was like a hard cherry shell.
It's awesome.
It's the first time I've ever had it. It's like a new ice cream
And
experience.
it was free?
At my age, wow. Yeah, of course it was free.
Yeah.
It was a catered thing.
God, kids are so spoiled. Like if my friend had an ice cream truck pull up for his birthday party and give out free ice cream, I'd be talking about it to this day, about the most amazing day I ever had.
It was, I think, if I'm remembering right, it was a graduation party. So it was more of an event than just a regular old birthday.
Okay.
But still, yeah, that's a lot of fucking. If I were him and I, could afford to have that thing come over, I'd be like, you come over, next week too. You come over just during the week all the time. Well, how much do I have to pay you a month to have you show up to my house every day with the truck?
How about if you're driving in the neighborhood? Just give me a ring.
Yeah.
I'll come out and get
Call
one.
me. Send me a text at the very least if you're driving around here. Can you get me on a monthly plan? That's what we should do. That should be our new job. We should be
Ice cream men?
subscription ice cream men.
Oh.
Where how people have fruit of the month clubs and
Mhm.
food things that they subscribe to, where either once a week or once a day they have a thing show up to their house to feed them, like Blue Ribbon, that type of shit. We'll be the ice cream truck guys, and you will come to your house every day or whatever you
And we have
book us
Van
for,
Leeuwen's.
and we'll have all the good ice cream, and you'll be 5,000 fucking pounds by the end of the month, like I plan to be. But yeah, that's a new business, man. I'm going to talk about it on my business podcast.
Nice.
Talk about open up ice cream truck business, but like Uber for ice cream trucks. Like you say, hey, I want ice cream right now, and we send an ice cream truck to your house. I bet you it would cost so much to do all that, and then these people are buying $5 worth of ice cream.
But like, what if I, instead of taking the subway and ferry here, I get in an Uber ice cream truck and just come here and eat some ice cream on the way? Make the trip so much better.
Hey man, it really feels like you're just using me for a ride. You barely had any ice cream. This is a $5 ride from Brooklyn to Staten Island.
We'll need some sort of minimum purchase.
Yeah, because
Like a
there's
comedy
only
club.
2 customers using the service. It's you, and then I know to put my order in next. So after he picks you up, he drives you to my house, and then he has to drive you home. He's like, "Oh, you motherfuckers! You better eat some ice cream.
I will.
Yeah, you better eat some ice cream. Last night, the party for my young son, his birthday party, we had a bunch of family over, and then we had friends over. And at the friend portion of the party, I got nice and toasted. Had a few drinks.
Was your son awake?
No, he went to bed.
Okay.
I mean, I had a couple of drinks while he was awake, but I really started, putting him away when he went to bed.
Did you have a shark themed drink?
There was. It was called. That's why those sharks are in the kitchen on the dryer thing. It was the Shark Bite.
Now you have to save those in the attic for 25 years.
You shove them up my ass. Yeah. It was like rum, blue curacao, and sour mix, and you took a shark, which was in a bowl filled with grenadine, and you dumped it in the drink. Like you put the shark in the drink, and like it would look like blood came out of the shark's mouth, and like half the drink would be blue, and the other half had like red on the top.
Awesome.
Yeah, obviously I didn't do any of that. That was all my wife. It was which part of what she was putting together while I was punching the fucking oven.
Oh, I thought you meant you didn't do the shark thing.
Oh no!
You just didn't put the drinks together.
Yeah, and I also didn't do it. I just had a sip of someone else's. I was like, "Oh, that's pretty good."
Oh, you weren't. That wasn't what you were getting drunk.
I didn't
on?
want rum. Yeah, I had some peach lemonade vodka thing.
That's what you wanted instead of this awesome bloody drink.
I had the bloody drink. I had had a little bit of it, but I liked this other drink better. And then I was just drinking vodka seltzer because the sugar taste got quick. I got fat, old fast. But so anyway, everybody leaves. Wife falls asleep, and I got the munchies, something fierce. And there's nothing better than when a party clears out.
Wasn't there food constantly at the party?
Yeah. But I had guests over, so I was eating, but I wasn't like gorging myself on pizza. And towards the end of the night, I started to, because we had to order pizza twice for both rounds of the party. So the second round of pizza, I had way more than I did the first round. From the same
place?
Different place.
Okay.
I could not get the same fucking pizza. It's weird. And I mean, it's weird to get pizza twice anyway, but there's nothing else you can order that like everybody wants. So I had to just get pizza. But yeah, I ate a bunch of food. But after everybody leaves, when it looks like a war zone in here. There's food everywhere. There's pizza in the living room. There's all
Cups
the cake
and plates and
cake, candy, fucking pudding, all types of shit in here.
Sharks
everywhere. There's sharks on the floor. There's sharks in the ceiling. There's a shark floating around, scaring my son. But yeah, after Caitlin fell asleep, I'm just like this little gremlin on the prowl. Just now I'm going to eat everything. I smoked a fat bowl. I had 3 slices of pizza.
Oh my God.
And then I came in here where there was a box of sfogliatelle, the pastry.
Eclair?
No, not an eclair.
Stromboli?
It's spelled sfogliatella. It's a big justice treat. Here's what it looked like. Here, I'll show you.
What is
It's
that?
like a shell. It's a very flaky pastry with a little bit of like, it's not cream. It's like a kind of bready, mushy middle that's got like chunks of orange and citron in it.
Huh.
How
big are they?
Huh?
How big are they?
The ones yesterday were this big, so about, I don't know, 4 inches.
Around.
Seashell shaped, delicious fucking pastry covered in sugar. So after I was done eating 1,000 slices of pizza,
you had one of those?
One. Yeah, I had one. And then the rest of the box with it. The funny thing is,
maybe Caitlin wanted one for breakfast tomorrow.
Luckily, I already know that she does not care for them. So it's one of those treats that I feel zero guilt in absolutely destroying.
Wow.
So yeah, I pounded an entire box of them. There was like 5, I think, in the box. And I did it one at a time. I would grab one, go back to the couch, and I had fooled myself a few times, like, all right, I'm just having this one, and I'm gonna save the rest of these for tomorrow. And then I would eat it and be like, damn, that was good. Let me get one more. And then eventually, after 2 or 3, I was like, all right, I'm just finishing this.
You took the box with 3 of them in it back to the couch?
Not the box. I just took the pile of them, and I ate them all. And then I went back in here for something else. I think I actually was getting water to
Wow, imagine.
to put some liquid, put something that wasn't sugar or pizza in my face. And I saw that there were 2 leftover cupcakes that just looked delicious.
Come on. You
But
gotta be kidding me.
I was fucking stuffed.
Really?
I was so full. But I was like, by tomorrow, these are going to be completely stale. They're going to be done for. There's going to be no point of it. They're going to be thrown in the garbage. My wife, like, they're literally going to get thrown out. And
You hate waste.
I hate waste. I waste everything but food, honestly. But I'm like, I just gotta. Here's what I'll do. And I made a deal with myself. I'm like, since these are gonna get thrown out anyway, I do not have enough room in my stomach for another bite. But I'm gonna take 1 bite. So I picked up the cupcake, took its little panties off in the front, and just went. And just mushed this thing into my face, and
The whole thing?
like a gorilla once again.
1 bite?
And I had about a third of it in one big icing cake mess of a bite, and it was like, oh, it's so good. And then I threw it down on the fucking tray and went about my business.
Wow.
But
that's impressive. I mean, 3 slices of pizza. That's it for me. I can barely do 3 for dinner.
To be fair to my big fat tits, they were very thin slices of pizza.
Okay, that is fair.
It was like 1.5, basically, because they were so small.
You're right.
That's my excuse.
Difference. But that is a big difference. Like when you get those like gourmet pizzas at a pizza place, it's like a thin thing, you could plow through the whole pizza easily.
I've eaten an entire pie. Yes, 100%. But yeah, I felt completely gross after I was done gorging myself and binging because I had some drinks and I drank a bunch of weed. So I was like, I'm going to eat everything. But there's nothing better than having a party, having people come over, ordering all this food and everything for everyone to eat. Like if there was no food left over, I would kind of be like, oh man, but I wouldn't ruin my day. But usually the way it works is nobody eats everything. So you just have either trays of food or boxes of pizza, and once everyone's asleep, it's like
Now
time to put it away.
Did Caitlin come out in the morning, like looking for? I thought we had a bunch of pizza and cupcakes left, and
there was still pizza left.
Wow,
that's how much pizza we ordered. Even though, I cleared out 3 slices, there was still some left.
And to have pizza 3 times in one day—that's kind of impressive too.
Yeah. Well, luckily, because we're connoisseurs of the Italian delicacies, each round of pizza had a bunch of different, like there was a vodka pie, a grandma pie, there was a buffalo chicken pie.
Oh, okay.
So by round 3 in the middle of the night, I was eating the buffalo chicken pie, which is the best one to eat right as you're going to sleep. Gives you a nice fucking hot, nasty farts.
Oh.
Yeah, just bedwetters, but from the back end. Yeah. Oh God.
Oh.
Anywho, damn it, Beck. I wish I had seen this before. We were like out of time now. Before I read the chats, we'll get to super chats in a second. I just wanted to talk because Gino sent us something, and we don't have to read it because it's another verbose Milo thing.
Oh yeah.
But it was basically just that he is now the president of censored TV. Another
in
big
a part-time position.
Yeah.
To turn the company around. Yeah. I like 30% believe it, 40%. You don't believe it at all? I don't know.
0%.
But why would he put it out there? It was this big whole thing about how he has now taken over Compound, and he tagged like Ryan, Anthony, Pat Dixon, and I guess not Gavin, because we got him kicked off of Twitter after he fired us. But it was all saying that now Compound Censored will not have blasphemy, and there's like you can't say goddamn or Jesus fucking Christ, or there was one other example he gave, and that if you are found guilty of this, there will be some sort of review thing on Sunday where it was
nonsense.
Nonsense. Yeah.
A lot of weird rules, a lot of God stuff where if you say certain things, you're gonna have to. But he's promoting the website and he's promoting that he's doing a new show there. That's all this is. Like Milo's just a bit. He's a troll. Like,
he didn't have a show on there already.
He used to.
Okay.
And then
it's coming back.
Blew up, and or not even blew up. I don't know what the fuck happened there, honestly. But yeah, it didn't work out for whatever reason. So now he's coming back, but he's not.
You're right. It is.
He's not actually the president of the company. I'm sure he might have some deal where he's making a either good money or has a percentage of the company. I could believe that. But I don't think he's actually part owner anymore, at all. If ever.
Like you could get fined up to 10% of your salary. There's so many specifics.
Yeah. It's
but
not.
Right,
it's not real because when I worked with him briefly, he did stuff like that all the time where he was just, he would make up some funny thing, and that was like one show he had was Gavin's 60th birthday, and he tried to genuinely, and like it wasn't even a joke. It was like, no, it's Gavin's 60th. What do you mean? Like it wasn't a joke at all. He was like, because he was saying that he's old and gay. So yeah, he's a troll, and it worked. Like he's good at it. It makes people talk about the thing, and he's very good at being gay and getting attention.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, he's not actually the president, but he definitely is.
Because he did mention he has a new show coming out called Sunday School.
And yeah, he's going to be bringing people in to watch because a lot of people like him.
Yeah.
He's very popular on the internet, but also anti-popular or whatever. Infamous. So after we talked about Milo last week, our good buddy James sent me some videos, and I just got to make sure I said to him I'm going to show him on the show. Get so fast videos. You get them? I'd love to play them on the show. I did tell him I'm going to play them on the show. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so his mom would hang out at the Milo show and like hung out with Milo. I think I remember her. She was a very nice lady. She was a complete saint because one time, and this was the deal with Milo, he was a big child who would just fuck shit up and leave. He once opened up a bag of kettle chips, like a big bag of kettle chips, and just exploded. They exploded. They went all over the floor, just everywhere. And then he left. He was just like, all right, bye. And for me, I was like, yeah, this is what I signed up for.
Yeah.
If I want to work with this fucking guy, now I have to deal with this bullshit. But all of his, not all of his, but a lot of his fans, including James's mom, stayed and cleaned up. And like, I didn't even have to really clean it. And because they were like, I don't want to say embarrassed, but they felt so bad. Like they were like, I can't believe he just does that. Like it's one thing to do it on the air, but then he really did just leave. And I'm like, yeah, this is, and I would make excuses for him. Like, he's a creative guy. He's trying to be funny on the air. This is just, this is part of what you deal with in this position where these guys, they have to do ridiculous shit or what the fuck is their show? Like they're trying to be entertaining. They're trying to get people to watch, trying to hook people in by doing crazy shit. So unfortunately that comes with, there's a mess everywhere, but usually you get paid for the amount of bullshit you deal with. And that was the problem I had because I didn't feel I was being paid, compensated for the actual crazy nonsense fucking work I had to do.
But I would blame the kettle chips bags because those things are fucking annoying. What is up with so many bag chips now where it's like, you can't just pull it open. It's almost like you have to cut it or there's like the slit you have to pull down and then it opens weird. But yeah, you try to pull it like this and it doesn't come and then just it gives.
I have to say, Grandma, I've never had these problems with chip bags. No, you just pop them open.
I don't know.
You pull
I feel like that's
the little tab.
That's what you used to do.
I mean, what kind of, I guess the kettle chips?
Yeah,
Cape Cod? You're having trouble with Cape Cod? You pop them open.
No, they're in some super adhesive thing with like a tight thing on the top. If I'm thinking of the right bag. I thought you were grabbing a bag. Like you just had a bag of kettle chips next to you.
Thinking, no, I don't have any chips. I wish.
But even like like the chip bag of chips you'll get on an airplane or something. Even then, it's like they don't open correctly anymore. They have too much adhesive on the top.
God, now I wish I did have a bag of chips so I could just rip it open easily without any spill whatsoever. I'm telling you, I think it's your technique or something. Are you just full like meat hawk fucking forefingers and thumb grabbing the sides of the bag and trying to rip it open?
No, you do it, like you pinch it and you just try to pull it. It's not pulling. Or if it does, then it finally just like pulls so much it rips the whole top of the bag off.
If I ever have trouble, I think I might have monkey DNA in me. I just pull harder and it always opens.
But it doesn't explode open?
Of course, that's happened, but I feel like I can gauge a good pull where I'm not gonna pop the shit everywhere. But yeah, anywho. Off of chip talk. That's for food review Thursdays. Back to the Milo stuff. So James sent me videos that his mom took of Milo doing the show. 2 of them are of me, but there's not much there. I'll show them. But it's literally one, and I forgot this ever even happened. I wonder if I can find the video somewhere. But one time Milo interviewed me on the show, and this was me. But this is like, it's not the interview. It's literally just me walking on.
Did he just make fun of you the whole time? Or did he?
I think he had me on because something got fucked up. Yeah, that's me just walking up, all
that was good.
Nonchalantly crossing my leg over, like, "Oh, hey, Milo, I'm here all the time. I'm used to this."
That was a good guest entrance.
Yeah. So great vid. I was a little skinnier back then. If I remember correctly, he was like dressing me down because something got fucked up.
Oh.
And I was just, and he didn't like that I was being so cheery and just going along with it. Like, yeah, sorry, I fucked up. Whoops. I think I might be remembering that incorrectly, but yeah, that's that clip.
Okay.
And then there's this. Yeah, that nowadays weed drink really gets me going. Woo-wee. Stinky fucking potato chip bag farts. But this one was a little bit better. This is of our good friend Jimmy Schwartzman.
Oh, that's Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy on the Friday Nights All Right show. And here, this is, I don't know if this is the day or this might have been like the show before, but this is before Milo smashed his phone and Jimmy never came back.
You pissed yourself today, didn't you? You fucking pissed yourself.
Not on myself, on my pants that were laying down on the floor.
No, I got new underwear at Old Navy, and I got new pants for you because I want to dress up. No, you got new pants for me so you didn't have a massive stain on your tan-colored Dockers.
That's the clip. I have to say, I was upset when Jimmy wouldn't come back because, look, he's literally on his knees. He was like Milo's intern, and Milo would just yell at him. But it was a very funny back and forth because Jimmy would be Jimmy, and Milo would be out of control, just screaming at him, or doing that, which was very funny. Like I loved it.
Jimmy's good as the punching bag.
Yes.
When he wants to go along with it.
Yes. And he's had 2 gay guys treat him as such. Gino and Milo both used him as a Max Load style punching bag, but then as a mouth hole for their penis. But yeah, it was really not long after this. Jimmy took a walk and never came home.
Yeah, must not have been. Milo show didn't last that long. If Jimmy's on it now.
But it was funny because people that would go there and watch the show would be like, "Yo, what's Milo's fucking problem?" For stuff like this too, and like the Jimmy phone smash stuff. Most people got it. They were like, "Oh, he's just being silly on the air," and that's what I would say. I'm like, it's just for the show. Like, he's not off the air. Which, sometimes off the air he was crazy because he was, just having fun and just being wild and breaking shit, and knocking things over. But for the most part, it was just on the air. He was just like being dramatic and funny. Again, he's just trying to be entertaining, but it really pissed some people off. They're like, "What's his fucking problem, man? I didn't know he really treated people like that." And I'm like, well, he really is and isn't. Like, sure, he did smash Jimmy's phone, and Jimmy got upset and never came back. That was real. But he was doing it to be silly.
Yeah.
So it's fine. I honestly was like, it's a show, so it's fine. But now, and that I don't work for it anymore, I'm like, no, I don't want anything to do with it. It's not fine.
That's
it's
why
a nightmare. It's not enough
Anthony
money.
was rare. Like usually with those type of personalities, even Jay Thomas, like he wasn't destructive or anything, but he was just like gregarious and always out and loud and, trying to attract attention to himself wherever he was, kind of thing. That's how those personalities are like, so you have to kind of go with the punches. That's how they act. Opie was that way.
Various levels of, that's Anthony was the best because when he would be in a mood, it just meant he's going on the air and he's going to probably talk about black people a little more today somehow. But it never got directed at you in any way. He was never coming in the booth and flipping shit and just throwing things around. But really, honestly, because he would never do it, I wish he would. I wish he would come in some days and just throw a chair into the booth. Like, what am I fucking paying you idiots for? Stop smoking pot in here.
That's what he wanted to say.
Stop smoking so much fucking drugs and make me goddamn money, you worthless pieces of shit. Yeah, he wanted to come in and just pick up the TriCaster and bash me, you, and Drew in the head with it. Stop costing me so much fucking money. I'm not bringing you out to steak dinner in August. Yeah, I think...
I don't know, because I heard he's out here next week too or something.
I mean, you got his number. You gotta ask him to come. We should, if he is game for it. I'm sure he's busy, but if he had some time,
you should come here.
Yeah, you should come to my house. No, but we can bring this shit somewhere.
Yeah.
Or he could just come on Zoom. I really don't think it matters either way.
I'd have to go to the Drudio and get another microphone.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go to that part of the world.
No.
We could buy a new mic.
Yeah.
But anywho, hopefully, fingers crossed for the steak dinner. People have been tagging us and asking him on Twitter every fucking day.
No response.
And I don't want to say anything because I don't want to be like, hey, remember me? I'm scratching myself. Remember, I used to work for you. Remember? At the place? Remember? You said you was going to take us out for steaks. You still want to do that? Is the stink of us reminds you of bad times and you don't feel like dealing with it or something?
I don't know.
Hey, fingers crossed for that steak dinner.
I guess maybe he's mad we didn't reach out to have him on the show first.
No, I don't think he gives a shit about that.
Yeah, okay.
He would do, I don't think
he'd gladly do the show, but he doesn't. Yeah,
I think he very much does not mind not doing extra shows. And I don't think that's a problem. But anywho, that's because we're at 10:20. Let's read some chats and get the heck out of here. Pulper 80, you guys ever try wasabi almonds? Great kick.
I
have. I think they're pretty good.
The diamond
I get sick
ones?
of them. Yeah, blue diamond.
Yeah. I probably had the wasabi one. I like all the almond flavors ones that I've gotten. I even got the Mexican corn one. That was good.
I've never had Mexican corn. I've had wasabi.
But get the blueberry ones. That's a dessert.
I was going to say, didn't we just do this? I feel like, we talked about these fucking almonds for like an hour.
Almonds.
Just kidding. Bev is a ghoul. Like a Goulden? Like a Goulden's mustard?
But Bev likes my haircut, right?
Jeff. I can send Luby answers for Thursday if the DVD trivia pursuit style 20 vids doesn't work. Garrett, what's your Garrett's great tits of the day pick?
God. Great tits of the day.
Yeah.
I'll just off the top of my head, foreign porn actress named Domino.
Jamaho.
Domino. Yeah, look her up. A redhead. Great tits.
All right. You want me to look her up? Domino Domino's Pizza comes up right away on my laptop. Domino. What else do I type in?
Porn star redhead.
Porn star. Maybe I can find a picture of her not with her boobs out.
Or maybe.
Oh, they're all very explicit images. I don't think we could show that on boob.
Yeah,
tube.
definitely not. Now I'm thinking maybe it was. That's not her name, and that was the name of the company. No, I think it's her name. It's just one of the most recent ones I saw.
Jamho.
I'm not as
Oh, look it up. Domino porn star.
gung ho into porn as I used to be in my old age.
It's gotten old.
Yeah, and all the free site, at least the XNXX one I go to, like there's no more new videos. It's kind of just all the old ones that have just been on the site forever. And there's not any new blood getting kicked down to that site. I don't know. Had something to do. Maybe it has to because they have a gold membership now. Maybe all the new videos just go there.
Gold membership.
A gold membership. But yeah, so I don't really run into like the new hot models.
So it sounds like you need a new website.
It's just so easy.
I don't know. I think Lobster Tube's the way to go.
That's the one you go to.
It's like an amalgamator. It takes porn from like all the other sites.
I know, but usually those sites are like so ad heavy. And
they're all ad heavy.
No, XNXX, like it definitely has the 5 seconds before the video, but then that's it. There's not like you don't click a link and it goes to a site, but not the real site, and you have to click the link again and kind of that stuff.
Oh, you got time on your hands. You got enough time to jerk off. Just click a few tabs out. Not the end of the fucking world. It's like you get all the porn from every site all in one place.
All right, I'll try.
Try your best. Try your best. You need to start jerking off more to porn. It's definitely what you need right now. Beck, board member Beck. This is $4.99 for you guys to order ice cream now and eat it on the air.
It's a little too late for that.
A little too late for that. Maybe tomorrow we can eat some ice cream. Because you don't even have to pay me. I already was thinking that. Yeah, maybe next, as an excuse. Because by the way, you know how I said last week, Caitlin 100% bought those Cinnamon Toast Crunch things for us to try so that she can eat them. She was like, when I told her, like, oh, we reviewed that cereal, she's like, oh, finally. I didn't want to open it, but God, I want to try some.
What was her review?
From what I recall, she liked them.
8 out of 10.
She said pretty good. It's an 8 out of 10. I don't hate it. That's a good review, baby. That's actually exactly what I gave it. But yeah, no, we'll definitely. Hey, the people have spoken. They want us to eat ice cream on the air.
You got it.
Twist our arm a little harder, and maybe some poop will come out. Matthew Mowry, Taj Mowry's brother. I'm Matt. I wear a hat. I like watching Stevie, Maber, Garrett. I think Matt was hitting the nowadays a little harder than us. Thank you, Matt. Just kidding. For Beverly's Ice Cream Fund. Oh, well, Thank you. We're gonna have to buy at least $15 worth of ice cream. Paul Brady for the tip for Beverly's Ice Cream Deliverer. All right, $20 towards ice cream. Gonna have to have a lot of ice cream.
Hey, $12 a pint. It's probably just get one.
If this money keeps going up, we're gonna have to start buying gallons. We're gonna have to sit here and eat gallons of ice cream.
Darn.
Fitzy, chug, chug, chug. Finish the bottle.
Ooh,
hell,
imagine.
fucking no.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how much is in the bottle, but
math's not a strong suit when you're on the juice.
Oh, 25.4 ounces. That's all we need. So what's 1.5 into 25.4?
2 + 2. That's 4. Quick maths.
1.5.
While you do quick maths. Here's some more money from God for sprinkles and a cherry on top for Sweet Bev. Okay, so we're gonna have to also get some ice cream condiments. You have to get cherries and sprinkles.
Oh, okay, nice.
You have to have a whole ice cream kit delivered. There's a place by here that does it. They send like Sunday kits.
Oh yeah,
with like 3 gallons of ice cream. I haven't ordered it yet because I'm like I can't even make up an excuse as to why I need this.
3 gallons. Oh my god! So in this bottle is 170 milligrams of THC.
That's nothing. You can take that.
Yeah.
I definitely feel something. Like I feel kind of buzzy. It's good. It's not like I don't feel like sometimes with edibles you get way too high and feel shitty. This isn't bad. It's a nice smooth little buzz. I like it. Push-ups 2345, not Spiridon. Sorry I'm late. Nice hair, Garrett.
Thanks, Spiridon. I mean, not Spiridon.
Nice hair. Just kidding. $5 for Bev's pregnancy. Oh, Mazel Tov, Bev. Chilla 92 is just checking in with $1. Garrett, you look good in the color puss. Puce.
Ooh, thank you.
Puge. Push. Push.
Puss.
You look good in the color puss.
Puss.
Puss. Big puss.
It's not too skin colory. I guess not.
It's pretty skin colory, but it's not the same as yours. So you look good in puss. Just Kidding's back again. $20 beer, y'all. Bev might be the sweetest. She's a good sport. You guys are fags.
Thanks.
Oh, all right. Agreed. Bev is the sweetest. Just kidding. Back again. Fine. Bev is the sweetest. Happy Bev. All right, I guess there's something going on in the other chat that we're not privy to. Back to Fitzy. You need to put your porn search words in other languages, rookies, and put on a shirt, G-Man.
What timing?
Yeah, wait. What do you mean put your porn search words in other languages?
Yeah, like if you put like grande titas, do better porn videos come up of big tit girls?
I'm assuming that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
But I don't get why that would happen. Wouldn't you just get foreign fucking websites?
No, but it'll be English websites for foreigners, but then it's not like weeded out, I guess, by the algorithms or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be Angela White, an Australian porn star.
Oh yeah, she's got big tits.
It'll be searched for just for like Spanish speakers. So then maybe it clears some, or there's more videos out there. They don't get caught by the people that are like, hey, that's my video, take it down kind of thing. Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm on a hot streak today, though.
It's almost like you ate 3 slices of pizza and 6 scubadinis, whatever they're called.
Scubadinis. It's Sfuyadel. And yeah, I had some bolognese today for dinner. That's fucking bowling its way through my colon. Can you get into the porn stars when they're Australian or British? No. Angela White, I kind of can.
Kind of,
but like,
just because she's so hot.
Come on, more tits. It's like, that's not a horny voice.
Nope. Yeah, I don't. Same with the British too. It's just something off about it where it's just like, you know, it's almost like a guy's talking to you or something, right? Like
no, it's not like a guy.
It's I don't know. It's just like
it's just a silly voice that like takes you out of the sex.
Yeah,
or a guy.
Yeah, I don't know what I was getting, but I don't. It's kind of how I feel. It feels like a foreign thing is talking to me or something. Yeah.
It sounds silly, like it's out of place, and I should be watching a movie. I don't know. It just takes me out of it, and it sounds silly. Instantly turns off the horny, and then I'm just I might.
But
could you go for a tug.
But like a Puerto Rican girl or a Spanish girl, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah. There are sexy languages, sexy
maybe that's what it is.
Accents. I don't know how people say French is sexy, but I don't know how that would work on me. I've never watched French porn.
No.
Oui.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, no. I saw some Lorraine Bracco, her first movie clip, and it was kind of like bad French porn. Like that, they didn't get naked or something, but it was just like corny acting, blah blah blah. It was weird seeing her in a French movie.
I saw that clip too. That was circulating Twitter today.
And it was like, wait till you see what she says at the end. And she didn't say anything at the end. And I think a lot of Twitter videos do that now, where they're just like, wait to the end just to get the engagement.
Yeah.
And there's nothing at the end.
I watched 5 seconds of it, and it was in French, so I'm like, well, that's the gist. It's not like she's gonna say something that I'm all of a sudden going to understand. So I just turned it off. So I don't know. But yeah, the French, it doesn't make me horny. Doesn't. I mean, maybe it would. I don't know. All I know, the ones that do work are Latina, and I don't know if this one works for you, but I think Asian girls. Not so much that. No, not the fucking. But more like when they're fucking, it's like like that.
Yeah, no, Asian porn is always a hard one for me.
I don't. Yeah, the pixelating is like I can't watch that. But when it's like an American porn with an Asian in it, I'm like, yeah. Right in that sideways slice. Yeah. Hey girl, why are you sitting over here? You got a full-size bed right there. You just want to sit with me? You're sick of your boyfriend? Is he beating you over there? Should I kick his ass? Back to being my dog? I had a girl. She used to be my girl. Oh, I got to plug. I thought this was plugged in. Whoops. Ear.
Just
Laptop
in time.
is not plugged in.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, just in time to shut it off. We got a couple more chats, and then that is the end of this one today. Ryan A, Indian voice, no wheezing the juice. Thank you. Come again. Indian voice, no wheezing the juice. Thank you. Come again. Yeah, I can't.
It's supposed to be a Jew joke or something.
No wheezing the juice. The Jews? Thank you. Come again. Okay. Bob Van Patrice, Edie looks good in her bed. I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
I think Edie looks great. Pulper 80, are you guys going to play Cap in the ice cream before ending?
We have no caps except the nowadays cap.
Maybe he means when we have our ice cream party.
Ooh.
We can play some other cone in the cream.
We can't even play cap in the rack anymore.
No, we can. We can absolutely play cap in the rack. Fuck, I forgot to bring the backup cam in here. We have a new setup for the spice rack. There's new spices on the rack.
They're all right in the front of the rack, blocking everything. I think that was a message sent to us.
No. She actually said, like, oh, look, the spice rack's all new. So Caitlin put new spices on the rack, and she was like, yeah, now that my spice rack is on the internet, I wanted to look nicer. So she got all brand new bottles with like
labels.
Perfectly crisp labels, and everything looks fresh and new. But yeah, all the bottles are taller, and they're like stacked perfectly rectangular, like perfectly together. So there's now on each part of the rack, there's a slit where you can throw a cap in. And but the thing is, they're like pulled forward.
Oh, so you could catch it behind there.
So if you get it in the slit and use either the back wall or the sides as like a backboard, the cap will go in and stay in behind the spices.
All right.
So that's what we have to do now. There's no more gaps. There's no more way. And the top one's still essentially the same. It is just
if you float it up there, you can get it.
Get it behind the spices. That's probably the easiest one now, even easier than before, because there's a wall of spices that once it's back there, it'll probably stay.
Yeah.
But no, she wasn't like, haha, you can't play. She was like, oh, now you got to play with this. I hope that's fun.
Nice.
But yeah, she very much. Well, now that my spice rack is on the internet every week, I wanted it to look a little nicer.
Makes sense.
But yeah, we didn't do any boozing. Luckily, that cooler's got like soda and water in it. But I have 2 coolers in here that still have ice in them and are full of booze. So maybe tomorrow with our ice cream, we can have a bunch of alcohol.
Nice.
So that'll be good on our guts. But yeah, we'll be playing some cap in the rack very soon. I promise. Just kidding. $50 beer, big ballin'.
Damn.
Edie Pup Cup with Garrett on the bed. It's just whipped cream, fellas.
Oh.
I think he's paying her the big bucks because he wants you to perform sex acts on my dog. That's how you get things done. You pay a lot of money, and people
lick the whipped cream off.
Yeah, he wants to get pup cup. You know those things they sell at like Shake Shack?
Yeah.
It's just like whipped cream for dogs.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't give him the shits. I think what he wants is for her to like lick some of it up and for you to then lick the rest off of her dog taint.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Was it Joe Rogan talking about the size of taints is getting smaller with Michael Malice? Or
I don't remember. Maybe. I don't remember that.
they were maybe it might have been a Dave Smith episode, but it was about how they're finding plastics in in everyone's cells and sperm counts are going down. But the biggest way biologists tell the difference between male and female of the species is the male's taint is 50 to 100% bigger than the female's taint.
Totally is.
And now human males' taints are getting smaller.
Uh-oh.
Like we're turning into women.
Turning the frogs gay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's probably something in the water. Making men lose testosterone, lose,
Yeah.
their balls, literally. That sounds like a chemical, like you said, the plastics.
That's what they said it was.
I wonder if it's on purpose or if it's just a result of all the plastic we eat every fucking day.
Yeah. I'm guessing the last.
You eat a credit card of plastic every single day. Did you know that?
No, I never heard that.
Oh, that's one of those like fun facts that's on the internet, is that just about every day you intake in your food and water and stuff a credit card's worth of plastic. And I'm like, all right, well, do I shit it out? Then what's the problem? I also eat I eat way more than a credit card's worth of pizza and Schwuyadel. I don't think that's very healthy.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of plastic.
No, it's definitely a lot of plastic. It's killing us all. We're all dying of cancer for no reason because of plastic. It's bad, but turn everything off.
It's efficient, yeah.
It's we dug ourselves in a shithole. God's enjoying it. Let's please talk more about taints.
That's all I got about taints, really.
There was, what the fuck was the name of the medication? We're watching the Olympics. There was one of those Jardians, maybe.
That's one of them that was on the Olympics.
That's easy to see. Jardians is making me pee. I think it was Jardians, or it was just or Sky Rizzy, one of these medications with a fucking weird, janky name that I remember because the pharmaceutical companies kind of own us at this point. But one of the side effects was like chafing or rashing or irritation of the perineum.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It was whatever one was for diabetes. But yeah, it was like chafing or like some sort of like irritation or like scabbing, bleeding of the perineum, which perineum I'm pretty sure
that's taint.
It's fancy speak for taint. And it's like, can you fucking imagine? You're just like, oh, I gotta lower my blood sugar. I have a lifetime of eating sweets. And by the way, this is what actually almost scared me straight out of not eating a whole box of Schwedel. Was this commercial? All these sweet, I'll just take this Jardiance and it'll reset my A1C. That's what it does. Because that's a A1C something.
I hear that all the time. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm learning medical jargon, but I don't know what it even means because of these commercials. But yeah, you just think you're taking this pill to lower your blood pressure, or whatever the fuck, and all of a sudden you're just digging at your taint. Like, Jesus Christ, why is it so itchy under my fucking balls? God. And to the point where you now have to go to the doctor and be like, hey, doc, I think there's something going on with my perineum. Because I've been scratching a lot and it's bleeding a lot and I can't even sit down anymore. He's like, well, you're on the Jardians, aren't you?
Then he gives you another pill to get rid of the,
Yeah, this will balance out the perineum. But how the fuck is that a side effect of something that lowers cholesterol or...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, all those drugs, it's an obvious take, but they all have those lists of side effects. And it's like, may cause depressive thoughts, may be suicidal, all that stuff. And then the lightest it could be is you get dehydrated and have a little rash or something. Yeah. They have to go through all of them.
Or you rip a hole in your perineum, scratching it fiercely because you wanted to lower your A1C.
France really got screwed the last few days of the Olympics, huh? They lost to the men's basketball team, the women's basketball team. Then I think they lost to the women's handball final was Norway versus France. They lost a nail biter there.
And then Tom Cruise stole the Olympic flag and brought it all the way back to LA. This was France in the last day of the Olympics.
That was a good one, though. That one had personality.
Are you mad? It's like fucking 10-0 on farts today. You're just like staring at your gut, like, come on.
Come on. I got to eat more ice cream before I come over here.
But anyway, I hope that qualified as taint talk. Pulper, isn't a male taint called a chode? No, you chode. A fucking chode's a soda can cock. It's a dick that is fatter than it is tall. Everyone knows that.
I don't know. At least it used to be called a chode.
The taint?
Back in my day.
What?
Yeah.
It's the gooch, if anything, not the chode.
Gooch or the chode, yeah.
Do you have any itching or rashing of your gooch? You should maybe discontinue Jardians. I did not know that the taint was called a chode. The only way I've ever known a chode is,
soda can cock.
A Pringle can that's been cut most of the way down.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure when I was a young boy at the movie theater, walking into the bathroom, I saw a chode. I have like a very vivid memory of being a fucking like toddler, like a little kid, and walking into the bathroom with my dad. And the first thing we see as soon as we walk in at the very first urinal is a guy standing a little too far away with just this wide but extremely short penis.
That's why I told you got to get Charlie to see your penis.
No.
Right before, enough time so it sets in, but before it gets weird.
Yeah, I never saw my dad's cock, but I saw some random guy at the movies chode.
But now you think it's the biggest cock you've ever seen.
It's not. It's the fucking widest cock I've ever seen. It didn't look like it went very far. It was literally like a crushed soda can.
Wow, that is weird.
It was a fucking. It's all. My life is just stupid. Every memory is retarded. And yeah, I saw a chode, and that was one of the first, probably the first dick I ever saw that wasn't my own. It was some guy at the movies, fucking standing too far away from a urinal.
He's doing that on purpose because he knows he's got that chode.
Check it out, fellas.
Chode.
I could fill a sewer cap, but I can't go very far in it. Anyway, a chode is a very wide, short penis. You silly goose. Jeremy Stock just sticking stickers. Thank you for the stock sticker, Jeremy Super Stalker. Thank you. Just kidding, fags. Thank you for the reminder. That's $20 phage. That's pretty good. And Chillin92 super sticker. Well, with that super sticker, thank you, Chillin. I think it is time to show our board members, and then for us to get the hell out of here. So without any further ado. And there it goes.
Garrett and Steve. Garrett and Steve.
Names are changing soon.
You paid some cash, subscribed and gave that like a smash. You greased the guys. Here's your stupid fucking prize. It's like a mugshot, but you're not black. It's the Garrett and Steve Show black. Hey! Hey! You! Yeah, you! Here is to you! Making the Garrett and Steve Show! Garrett and Steve! Garrett and Steve! Oh!
Wow. Whoops.
Thank you,
Took the
Fitzy.
wrong thing. Thank you, Fitzy, for that wonderful song. And thank you, board members, for being on our wonderful board. And thank you, Just Kidding God and Pulper, for being the most active members of our super chat.
We really appreciate it.
It is not unnoticed. And Chillin92, you're in there too. Well, anyway, I think that's all we got for today. We didn't get to any of the prep. Maybe one thing.
The quad getting, and Milo. I at least had that, but we didn't even
The
read
Milo
the letter.
thing was big
dumb.
nothing burger.
Yeah,
it was the videos. I appreciate the videos being sent in. Thank you, James. but it was just they were short and
Yeah.
it didn't. I was hoping I'd play them and it would like remind me of something that happened, but it didn't happen. And I was just like, oh yeah, we were there.
Yeah, and he looked pretty normal in all those clips too.
And even the thing where I was sitting at the desk or sitting at the coffee table or whatever on the show, I remember that even that was like a tame, like wasn't a big thing. It was just like I went on the show, I fucked something up, and he was like, good. I hate that you're cheeky and you're acting like you're enjoying this. Fuck off. And he kicked me off the show. That was like the whole thing. But anywho, thank you all for watching.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Same time, same place. Speaking of which, Thursday's not official, but I think we're going to be doing the 3:00 show as often as we can.
Okay.
At least on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Garrett and Steve. Goodbye.